Okay, I think it's about that time. Chat, welcome on in to stream. How are we doing this fine Tuesday evening? Hope you guys are doing well. Christmas just happened, and I just peeked the mic. My bad. Christmas just happened. Hope you guys got some great gifts. Love Gang, thank you for coming on in. I'm glad you finished the Nuzlocke. Hope it went well. What's up, Tyler? Annie, Lime, Tom, everybody's here. This is awesome. Hope you guys have had a great Christmas break. I know I have. I have some great gifts to show you guys that I got. Very, very on brand for this channel too. It's great. I'm actually going to turn down my mic a little bit. Real quick. How many of y'all got socks this Christmas? I did. I got those Bombas socks. I mean, listen, they're not a sponsor of the channel yet. I'll take it, you know? What's up, Lauren? Welcome on in. I hope you guys are excited. We have a brand new game to play today. Brand new ROM hack. I've been working on it for a little bit. This is in the same vein as Fire Red OK version, but for Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So, you got the physical special split here. Got some cross-gen Evos that really didn't get a chance to shine in base Heart Gold, Soul Silver. And you got plenty of other stuff that we'll get to eventually. I should probably put a little thing in chat, a little pinned message, if you will, to inform people what we're playing. The idea, I'll give you a quick rundown before we begin. The idea is that obviously, as we all know, Heart Gold Soul Silver has a lot that is left to be desired. You got plenty of evolutions that didn't get a chance to even caught until post-game. You got encounter tables that really feel uninspired, or at least not fun, at least to me. Got trainer battles and boss battles that just feel underwhelming. Mainly because the mid-game area, that kind of like Cianwood City to Mahogany, those 3 to 4 gyms are very close together in levels. And it just makes it for not very fun gaming. So I've done a decent job, I think, of changing that up, making it feel a little bit more fresh, and I've also, you know, buffed a ton of Pokemon to make, you know, this feel like a much more clean experience of Johto. A lot of it is not, you know, changing up the story or anything like that. It's mainly just focused on encounter tables, gym leader revivals, I guess, and stuff like that. All the new trainer battles are in the game as well, so, you know, youngster Joey might be a little bit more difficult, but that's about it. I'm very excited to show you guys this, and I'm very open to feedback as we go. Don't be afraid to share what you guys think might be better, and this is all subject to change. It is not 100% done yet, and we are planning to release it as soon as I finish this run. So that's the idea, that's the plan, and we will get into it shortly. I'm going to start a little goal here for us. There we go. Let me catch up and chat here a little bit. Gotta get my hands on the game. Yeah, it's fun. I've been playtesting it a lot recently. Okay. The Leaf is here. Welcome on in. How's y'all's week? I've been treasure hunting and going on random stuff in a Roblox game called Royale High. I've never heard of that before, Lime. Hope it's fun. Drusky? Is that how I pronounce your name? Welcome on in. Yeah, the bot is active, so you guys should be able to spend with your OKoins. Computer, bet all of my OKoins, TM, trademark, on the third Ponyta in the Ponyta race. I did see that Pokemon All In has horse racing. I think that's quite hilarious. I hope Mischievous is in the Ghost Gym. I guess you have to wait and see, Deleaf. Yeah, Dunsparce is 1% in the base game. It's so crazy to me. It doesn't make any sense. Meryl is 5% in Cavern Floor. It is in another place too, I believe. Maybe it's only in Mount Mortar, and HGSS. I've taken some inspiration from, what's it called? Crystal as well. So you'll see that a couple of the encounters, especially in the early game, were inspired by that. So that's fun. I didn't take anything out though, because I know Crystal is infamous for taking Meryl, or not, Mareep out of the game for some reason. I don't know why they did that, but Mareep is still here. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so a couple Christmas gifts that I got that I would love to show you guys real quick. Got a nice new mug. If you guys are following up with my Discord, then you'll know that I got this for Christmas. I don't know how I'm going to use it. It doesn't seem very practical. Maybe I'll like throw a plant in here or something. Let me know what you guys think you would do. Cause it's just like, there's nowhere to like really get a good sip, you know what I mean? It's very weird. But it is really fun, and I'm glad that I got it. I think it will work very well as like a little planter, you know? What freaking they shoe, exactly. A Bulbasaur plant, yeah, that would be really cool, Tyler. So there's that. I also got new pajama pants. Gotta show them off real quick. It's gonna be hard to see. But we got Gengar. We got some Pokeballs on there too. Very subtle, but like also, I don't know, quite nice. They're very soft, you know? Very enjoyable. Can we get a Muck mug? I mean, ask Pokemon. We're not making the first O Creations merch line a Muck mug, okay guys? That's not happening. Okay. Nice pants, Mr. O Creations. Thank you, thank you. I took a risk by doing that, but I had to show you guys the gift, so. Oh, and there's one more thing. You guys are gonna love this. Hold on. That's right, it won't be Muck, it'll be Grimsby, exactly. The pre-evolution to Grimer. knowers know. So, my girlfriend made me a nice little plate here with the Pokemon icon in the middle. A little Pokeball there. Isn't that awesome? It's friggin' awesome. It's so clean. And what I've done so far is I have a little Farfetch'd right there, and I just had him sitting inside of it. Kind of looks like he's sitting, she said it kind of looks like it's just sitting in a bath, you know? So yeah, I obviously had a pretty good Christmas. I also got a new camera lens that I'm hoping to try out on the next video. And that's basically it. Let me know what you guys got. Besides, obviously, socks and underwear. I know everybody got it. Everybody knew it was coming. We definitely need a muck mug. Exactly. Lobotichu? That's crazy malicious. Thank you for being here, though. Alright, let's go ahead and get started here. We got some gaming to do. We got the DS layout here. It's the Far Brothed Bowl. It's just cooking the whole time. That's actually kind of crazy, though. That leek would really make it taste good, though. I acquired a little sister for Christmas. That's wild. I'm not gonna ask any more questions. Watch as Ladybug has pure power. I'm just gonna tell you that that is not the case, Lauren. Good guess, I think. For many of the new abilities that I've given to these Pokemon, I kind of was mostly inspired by hidden abilities, at least for the ones that exist, and you know, I've taken a couple creative liberties here and there. So, okay, no info needed. As you can see, it's all going to be pretty much the same story-wise and functionality-wise. It's really just the gameplay that's going to be a little bit better. And then, of course, another thing that everyone hates about Heart Gold Soul Silver is you don't get any evolution stones at all. It's crazy. They hide it behind the what is it, the Pokeathlon, which is great as a concept, but I don't think it makes sense to lock it behind an optional feature. You know what I mean? It's weird. So I have changed that, and I'll show you exactly how I have. Probably not in this stream, but maybe next stream when we get to that point, because I wouldn't want everyone to use, like, let's say a Victory Bell before Whitney. So it'll be a second until it comes up, but once it does, we'll go through it. Oh, and you should send me the doc so I can help you when you get lost in your own game. That's a great idea. I should do that, actually. I'll go throw that in the members chat real quick. Okay. So, yeah, I do have a huge document filled with the different changes that I've made to the game. There's ability changes, there's typing changes. I'll give you a brief overview real quick before we hop in. Actually, no, I don't want to spoil you guys. I'll bring it up as we go, though. I think that makes more sense. You can also get stones as gifts from 3 individual trainers after beating them and taking their numbers. See, but that's like so random, and like you have to know, like before going in, that that's how you do it. And you know, my way is a little bit more obvious, but I think it's much more entertaining, at least. Get access to it a little bit more easily. I will note that I have given all 3 of these starters, they're infamous for having one type. All 3 of them their final evolutions now have a secondary type. And one of them I'm not convinced is going to be great. I'm curious to test it out. I've done a lot of playtesting with both Cyndaquil and Totodile. And I'm kind of interested to do a little Chikorita testing. What do we think, chat? Oh wow, this dock looks familiar. Maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit. Quilava now evolves into Sharpedo, that's right. How'd you know? Chikorita the bug type, interesting. I did not give it the bug type. Alright, we're going Chikorita. We're gonna give it a try. Yeah, I think I would wager to guess that you guys could figure out both Cyndaquil and Totodile's. Maybe you'll know what Chikorita's is too. Soy Rita can't deal with Chatodile? That's crazy. Should we do the wheel? What do we think? Are we wheeling it this stream? That is one thing I will note. Oh my gosh. 24 months of being a member. Thank you so much, Tom. Member swipe for Chicky Tom. That's crazy. Coming in clutch for it. Alright. We're going Chicky Tom for the first nickname. We are bringing the wheel back this run. But of course, as you might know, if you are a member of the channel, you can redeem one nickname for every run. So, little plug there for you. As you can see, Tom has redeemed his one member slot for the starter in Chicky Tom. Man, I hate capitalism. Listen, play to win, you know? I also forgot to increase the text speed, so I'll do that real quick. Oops. So we'll do that. Obviously set it to set mode for battle type. And I'm thinking like, what do we do for window type? I kind of like the green. Change it up a little bit. That would actually match really well with the Chikorita. I think that's got to be the way we go. That is actually crazy though, that Tom has been a member for 2 years. Like, it's been so long. And I appreciate every month of it, man. It's great. Tom is like the vice president here. In a way, yes. But actually, I kind of feel like Tom is the president, and I'm just like the face, you know? I just talk and am here. I'm like a representative, you know? Man, I feel young. Xeno Jameser, thank you for the chat. Crocodile and Feraligatr should be water dark, going along with its Pokédex theme. When it bites with its massive and powerful jaws, it shakes its head and savagely tears its victims up. That is a wild Pokédex entry. I did not know that's what they were. You please be kicked by the rival. I'll do it just for you to leave. This is Elm's Pokemon Lab. So, this is the famous Elm Pokemon Lab. What are you staring at? Wow. He got us good, chat. He got us good. Pretty sure members didn't even exist during the Misty run. I think you might be right about that. I could be wrong. But I think you're right. Owen is the mascot that can't be fired? That is true, yeah. I have friends in the right places, and that's why I can't be fired, no matter how bad of a job I do. It's quite nice. Let me go ahead and change the sprites on screen to represent Gen 5 animated sprites, just because I think those look pretty sick. There we go. Okay. So let's check out our Chikorita. our first Pokemon Chicky Tom here. We got Natural Cure. That is so sick. Okay. So, as you can see, the starters have also received a secondary ability that they can get. And we just so happen to roll that secondary ability for our Chikorita here. And it's Natural Cure. I believe this is what its hidden ability is in base game. So, feels very in line with what Game Freak would do here. Honestly, I wish I could give it Regenerator, but obviously that doesn't exist here in Gen 4. And I kind of want to keep things within the bounds of Gen 4, if that makes sense. We are the closest thing you have for friends, Owen? Lauren, come on, man. Give me some credit here. What is that? Lux, welcome on in. How are you? I truly did not see you coming. True, yep, this is Sergeant Jenny, not Officer Jenny. Also, Owen, did you make Claire less of a crybaby in this version? No, Claire's still a crybaby. That's kind of part of her character, you know? But yeah, the Officer Jenny run was a good run. That was very fun. I'm very glad we did that. I could, you're right, I could add new abilities if I'm using HG Engine. I just chose not to because I want it to be within the realm of, like, Gen 4. I feel like that goes outside the bounds of a Gen 4 ROM hack, if that makes sense. So, you'll notice, I placed a Soothe Bell here because there is a particular Pokemon that you can get on this route that, you know, makes it a little bit more helpful in evolving it. And of course, we do not have Pokeballs yet. We have to go all the way to Mr. Pokemon's house, I believe, before we do that. Also, did you have Dunsparce Unaware? I don't think I do, but like I said, like, keep on throwing ideas my way. That doesn't sound too bad of an idea. Dunsparce Unaware. I'm gonna keep writing ideas that I like down in my notes. I'm actually hoping to be a Sentret this run. That's a great idea. I love how jank Chikorita's Field Sprite is. It really is weird. It's so bizarre to me. Like, why are its eyes are so tiny compared to, like, what they actually look like? Like, you look at this and it's like, that is a cute round creature. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool, I guess. And then you look at this and you're like, ugh. Why is it following me? Get away from me. You know? Okay, so one change you'll see immediately is that you'll notice, I can actually show you this in a bigger screen, we got rare candies, turn 1. So this is going to help with the level curve a little bit. You don't have to ever use these if you don't want to. It is just an option for players that want to use level caps and don't want to grind. So, you can get these off rip. I'm going to get 99. And of course, we can get some super repels, which is something that you cannot get usually at this point. I'm going to get like 3 of them. I think that should cover us pretty well. And then the other thing that I've done is I've replaced antidotes and paralyzed heals with the berry form, so you can actually, like, attach them to your Pokemon. And you'll see that we will gain access to other berries like Orin or Citrus later on, but I figured having, like, Cherry Berry in the works here this early isn't that big of a deal. What we'll do is I'll go ahead and start rare candying up Chicky Tom to level 7. And then we can go ahead and throw down a Super Repel. $1 rare candy is a 100% Owen mod certified. That's right. That's how we do it around these parts, Deleaf. That's the signature method, you know? I prefer good TM sets and thematic level up sets, even if they're bad. That's fair. I definitely didn't want to make it, like, so far different to the point where Pokemon's level up learn set is just like, it's really good, but it doesn't make sense for the line. Like, that's not what we're doing here. The idea is to still keep everything relatively balanced. It's just like, you know, giving the Pokemon that need a buff a little bit of a push. And hopefully that will also, in turn, make the more difficult trainer battles a little bit more of a balanced fight. Meanwhile, I throw chanty grass patches in my stuff. True. That is the Tom signature method right there. I agree. You have not missed anything yet, Lime, I don't think. I'm gonna keep repelling here because I don't want you guys to see what encounters are here yet. I think it'd be fun to just leave it up to chance. One thing I'll also note is, for the most part, I haven't taken any Pokemon out of a grass patch. For the most part. And I've mostly just added more in. And you'll see that as we go. Like, we might get Pokemon that are similar to what you can get in base game, but there are going to be differences, and that's what's going to make it fun. Ledian should have its special and physical attacks swapped, and it getting Comet Punch and Mach Punch, but no great flying or bug moves is fine. True. I did possibly do that to Lediba and Ledian. Plus maybe a little bit more malicious. So we'll have to wait and see what all I did give it. One thing I do want to test is if it's worth adding some of these early encounters, like, to later encounters as well. I think it'd be better, like, for more players to get access to them later when they are, like, fully evolved. Because right now it seems like I've made it where some of the later encounter tables don't have a lot of the earlier ones, like Sentret. I think there's currently like 3 places where you could get a Sentret, maybe 4. I think it might make sense to give Sentret to a couple more encounter tables, because, I mean, I think at that point, if you don't have one, it might be fun to grab later on, and if you do, it's a dupe anyways. Make the rival Tom. You know what? I was planning on doing that anyways. That'd be really funny too, because then we'd be using Chicky Tom against Tom. I prefer bullying trainers for XP and use all of the money to over-prepare with healing items. Oh, listen! We will be battling as many trainer battles as possible, Lime. Don't get me wrong, we are not going to try to, like, avoid many of them. And I have maybe tweaked a couple of them to make them less optional. Not too many, just a couple of them. Because I feel like a lot of the trainers in this game are optional, where it's like, just force it, you know? Like, some of these are fun battles-ish, but a lot of them are, like, really rough anyways. So anyways, what are we going to nickname our rival, folks? I think we should go with Tom, but what do you guys think? We could go Crimson. We've done that before with the Egglock. I think it might be time for Tom, though. It might be his turn. Chuck? Alright, for the first attempt, let's go with Tom. And if we lose anywhere along the way, we will name it to the trainer or Pokemon that we lost to. How does that sound? Sans Undertale? That sounds great. Lauren, if you think there's any comparison between my antagonistic ability and yours, you need to look at what kind of change you're actually capable of compared to me. That's crazy. Tom is digging in. Chrisen, thank you for the chat. Yeah, Crimson has been the rival for the past 3 Nuzlocks. We're going Tom, folks. That was the name, officer. Now go arrest him for me, please, and thank you. That'll happen, right? Tom won't get away. He needs to be locked up. Yeah, that's the thing also. I'm gonna run into all the optional ones anyways to leave, so I might as well make them mandatory. That's actually super fair point. I am the worst trainer dodger in the United States of America. Put me in handcuffs, I will not resist. Wild behavior. Even if I have no modding experience, I have wheel and money on my side. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. Am I saying your name right, Kristen? Can't believe I caught you live. This is my first time seeing you. Well, welcome on into chat. Hope you're having a good time. Okay, this is it. Our first encounter. We can get all of the Pokemon that you can get here in the base game, plus a single extra Pokemon. We might get it here, we might not. In either case, it's gonna be a fine Pokemon. Let's see what we get. Ooh, okay, we got a Pidgey. This all makes sense. Just a classic Pidgey. It has been given a couple of buffs, and you will see that later on too. I think a tackle will be fine here. Perfect. Go ahead and throw a ball. That should be all we need. Perfect. Monsoon, welcome on in. Holy Faulkner run. We're bringing it back, chat. We're going back to the Faulkner run. Brave Bird on Pidgeot at level 50 or 60? Something like that, maybe. You never know. It is crazy that it was level 2, though. Okay. We're going to the wheels! This is the first time the wheel has been used on this channel in maybe 2 months? I could be wrong about that, though. It was funny. I actually used the same website that I used for the wheel here to like spin a name for my family when we were opening presents at Christmas. It was really fun. It felt like we were gambling when we were opening the presents. It was quite capitalistic of me. It was awesome. What's up, Blank? Does the wheel come with the ROM hack? That's right. That'd be crazy if I put a wheel into the game, though. Alright, I got like half of the names so far. Hold while I fill the rest in. Do I have everyone? Belief. Okay. And then, of course, Tom gets put on the wheel, even though he's already redeemed one, because the member slot is a separate slot. That'd be really funny if Tom wins here. We got Lime. Lime's on the wheel. How was my Christmas? It was fantastic. If you rewind a little bit, you'll see... Actually, I can just show this again. I got a really cool Pikachu mug. It's very impractical, so I might turn it into a Bulbasaur plant. But I'll keep you guys posted on it. Hello, B Goes. Is that how you pronounce your name? Welcome on into chat. Okay, I think it is time to spin the wheel, folks. So, am I understanding this right? You pulled the X items out of that one mart? Maybe? Is that good or bad? Maybe I did, maybe I did not. I think that means you can't buy them anymore. I could very easily change it to the protein and all of that instead, Tom. All right, let me set up one last thing. We should be able to spin, folks. Okay, here we go. All right, good luck, chat. This is for nicknaming the Pidgey. Here we go. Okay, sounds good, Tom. Oh, is this Oxford? I think this is Oxford. Congratulations. What would you like to nickname our Pidgey? Our dear old Pidgey. What's up, Crimson? Welcome on in. You just barely missed a wheel spin. Oh, oops. I forgot the bros. My bad Lux. Crimson, I'm putting you on the wheel immediately. By the way, let the record show. How okay is the gold? It's okay. There's the unknown F. It is a boy, yeah. No, Lauren, you're there. You're top of the list. Jet Sky, that's a good one. So, a little bit about Pidgey. I believe I gave this thing No Guard, which is inspired by its hidden ability, I believe, or maybe its mega ability. And it's mainly used for Hurricane, which is not a move in this generation. So I'm wondering if there's a little bit more that we can do with No Guard here on Pidgey, or if you guys think that there is a better option for Pidgey. I'm all ears. Add Jefferson to the name wheel. Well, the name wheel is like meant for you guys to get chosen. You know what I mean? Okay, so little bird in my language. Okay, I would love to hear an explanation on how to pronounce. Maybe I should just try. Give it focus miss. That's a great idea. I claim shenanigans with no proof. You can't do that, malicious. You can't do that. Call it pancake. So is it? Is the P silent? It might be. Maybe it's Tzek. We're gonna go with Tzek for now. This is Little Bird. Okay. It might not be that little for too long, but we'll see. Swap its attack and special attack makes it unique among the normal flying birds. That is an interesting idea. I kind of did the opposite because Hoot is more of a special attacker. I made it more physically leaning, and I gave it moves that... Oh, we did actually end up getting No Guard. That's awesome. But I gave it moves that more represent the physical side. So you'll see it has Peck instead of Gust. But I do like that concept. So, is it Patazik? I'll go with Tzek for now. Random unrelated fact, there is a website... Okay, I'm not going to say that. If Pidgey can learn it, Focus Blast. Yeah, that would be crazy. Pidgey gains Dynamic Punch. What a crazy idea, chat. What a crazy idea. Alright, so we have our first two Pokemon, and that is the only new Pokemon on this route. It is an Igglybuff. And of course, that's why the Soothe Bell is there. I've also boosted the chance, or boosted the base friendship level of all of the babies. I think it's more fun this way. You get access to the entire line. Whereas if I just gave you the Jigglypuff, it wouldn't be as enticing to me. I don't know. And of course, Igglybuff is kind of known for not having an attacking move at the very beginning, so I did give it Pound. Just so it makes a little bit more sense and can actually be used this early. With what hands? You already got Spearow and Doduo for physical birds? That is true. 2 physical and 2 special birds is a nice balance. Okay. I'll write that down. Consider making Pidgey specially leaning. Oh, my bad. I think Stream Elements just removed your message, Oskvard. Wymac, what's up? Welcome on in. Okay, so we have a... Let me just walk you through what we got here. We have a couple of new encounters. We can still get Spearow and Geodude here, and Rattata, I believe. Rattata would be really funny. But we do have a couple of new ones, and I'm very curious to see if we can grab it. If we get it, you'll notice that it is a Crystal Edition that I've brought into the remakes. Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. We're getting there. Oh, okay. We got the Geodude, which is perfectly fine because that gives us more of a chance to get a better Pokemon later on. We're going to go into Chicky Tom here. Go for a couple of tackles. Razor Leaf's obviously going to kill it. I think that's fine enough. Malicious is right on the money. On this route, you can grab yourself a Phanpy, which obviously has been buffed a little bit because its moveset is atrocious in base game. Holy crap, guys. Like, have you seen this before? Like, how bad it is? Like, I don't understand why. I guess it's because you only get Donphan late into the game, so they didn't really care about early game Phanpy. But it is rough out here. Check this out. You got Tackle, Flail, which could do some damage if you know how to use it, but it's also a slow Pokemon, so it's like, when are you ever using it? Takedown is nice-ish that early on, but like, it's not stab. You get no ground-type moves. It's like, what is this, you know? Phanpy should get Water Gun because it's an elephant. That's actually a really interesting idea. I know a lot of ROM hacks give Donphan Ice Shard, which I don't really understand. Like, I get that it's like Mammoth adjacent maybe, but I don't know. So, anyways, side tangent over. Oh, my bad. Let's go to the wheel. We gotta nickname our Geodude, and I can't wait to see who gets this. Good luck, chat. Oh, it gets Ice Shard in later gens. It's an egg move, gotcha. Drewski! Congratulations! What would you like to nickname our Geodude? It's an actual Gen 4 egg move. Okay. Fair enough. MDM Oro. Welcome on in, thank you for the chat. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I didn't put Dat on the wheel, my bad. Might as well add MDM as well. Yeah, is Drewski still here? That is true. Happy, almost New Year. We're very close. What I miss? Not much. We got ourselves a Geodude, so we're trying to nickname it right now. Phanpy Donphan always felt like they should be relatively fast for ground types. Yeah, that makes sense. Feels rather boring in my opinion that it has the same general spread of stats as nearly other ground every other ground type. That's fair. What I did with both Ursaring and Donphan is I gave them a slight buff that makes them more in line with like Ursaluna and Iron Treads and whatever the past form is too. So they're a little bit better, and obviously their movesets are better too. So, oh, gotta throw Wymack on the wheel as well. All right, I think we're gonna go for a respin, chat. Yeah, Great Tusk, that's it. Thank you, chat, thank you. Oh, there we go. Drewski, you won the wheel spin, so you can nickname our Geodude if you'd like. Afraid of the wheel? Exactly. That's what everybody should be doing. We got plenty of more encounters to run through this stream, so get excited. I thought this ROM hack would be the complete opposite, but it's just a ROM hack with improvements, which I don't think is bad. Wait, so what were you expecting, MDM? I want to be the Rocky individual? Wait, so do you want it to be called Rocky? Or do you want it to be called Drewski? Oh, he was thinking of HGSS in reverse. Gotcha. That is coming, by the way. That is in development still. And it might very well be the next thing we play. If not the following game. Yeah, okay, cool. We got Drewski, the Geodude. Some Pokemon may or may not have gotten a little bit more, how do I want to say this, partial treatment or special treatment based on just what I think needs buffs. Me personally, I didn't do much to Geodude. But I think Geodude serves its purpose very well. Max Butler, did you ever release the Fire Red hack? I did! You can download it right now in my Discord. There is a full channel dedicated to it. You just gotta hop in and check out the pinned comments of that channel. Ledian is usable, my Mac. Hopefully we get it right now. I did not update Sturdy. That's the one thing that I think would be great here, is activating Modern Sturdy. Which I guess I technically could do with HG Engine. I just wouldn't bring over like the new abilities. I would just update the current abilities. I don't mind that idea, because I think Sturdy does do a lot for those rock types. Yeah, so instead of Sturdy, Geodude is now rocking Sandveil, which I think is a, you know, fair trade-off, especially because Sturdy in Gen 4 is not Modern Sturdy. I love Ledian, my anatomically correct insect with 6 limbs. Isn't it great? But yeah, of course, let me know what you think of any of my changes. If you think they're good, bad, I'm here to hear you out. I think we should buy some more Pokeballs. Always a good option. You'll also notice that a lot of these items are much cheaper than they are in the base game. Pokeballs are usually 200 bucks. I just went ahead and cut that in half. Same thing with potions. I think those were 300. Reduced that a bit. Mostly just wanted to make money a little bit more of a, I guess, less of a resource. Your money will now go a little bit further, which I think is a totally fair thing to do in a ROM hack like this. So, new encounter. Okay, we got ourselves a spinner rack. One thing I'll also note is the Game Freak buffs that they gave to Pokemon, you know, in further generations down the line, Gen 7, 6, and 8, I think, have been added here. So, you know, I think Ariados got its attack buffed a little bit. That is a thing here. I've given it a little bit more buffs along the way. Better moves and whatnot. I believe this should have Absorb, so I'm just going to tackle this. I have not playtested Ariados that much, so this should be fun. We got a nice little start to our cast of characters. Game Freak's stat buffs are all underwhelming. Oh, for sure. They are not the only stat buffs I've done. Let me put that out there in the world. There are plenty of other buffs I've given to stats to a lot more deserving Pokemon. But for now, what do you guys want to nickname our Spinnerack? Let's go to the wheel. I did buff Leech Life. It is not modern Leech Life. It is not 80. I gave it a nice split down the middle of 50. I think that 80 is a little too much for kind of the design of the game this far back. So I think 50 is a really solid like middle ground where I've kind of pushed it back a little bit in some of the learn sets, and it's not like too overpowered. So I feel like 50 is a good split. Okay, here we go, chat. Who is going to get to nickname our Spinnerack? Coles, welcome on in. Thank you for joining. Chris-san, congratulations. What would you like to nickname our Spinnerack? So Leech Life is now physical bug type Mega Drain instead of Giga. Pretty much, yeah. I've actually buffed Mega Drain to be 50 as well. In base game, I believe Mega Drain is 40, which I think is just entirely too little for what it is. That is true. Leech Life Technician is a thing. Chris-san might have left, but we'll wait around for a little bit. The jokes about the basement continue, Lauren. Better balancing than what I did, and he knows what I did. Oh, what do you have going on? Got a little ROM hack going yourself? What is this? What is this exclamation point? I'm assuming reset? Oh, you're trying to redeem. There's the huh. There's the huh. This song reminds me of Sonic. I don't believe it was. Congrats, Croissant. That's crazy. Did you know that Macargo went from 70 special attack to 90? Yeah, and Macargo is still terrible. I did know that. I think I gave it a little bit more of a buff in the stat department, as well as an ability, moveset, and also lowered evolution level. You'll see, hopefully. How do I get more OKoins? You have to be an active chatter, Tyler. Do not redeem. That's crazy malicious. Oh man. There should be 2 Leech Lives, in my opinion. One that is around 40 and 50 to match Mega Drain, and then the 80 to match Giga Drain. I could see that for sure, Crimson. Because, like, I do think a lot of bug types kind of need that. They're mostly pretty frail. So it is kind of tough to justify not having the strongest one at all. So I could definitely see that. I hate YouTube ads. My bad. Alright, I think we are gonna go for a respin here. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and add coals to the wheel. Did you change the Magnemite line? I did a little bit. Mainly what comes to mind is I've replaced Spark with Shockwave in the moveset, and then also you can get Magnezone a lot easier. Yeah, we're gonna go for a respin, chat. Good luck! I hope you win. Oh my gosh, Tyler, my bad. Tyler, also, you are a member, which means that you can redeem a nickname at any point, at any of these runs. But that's crazy, because Coles just joined stream. and he wins. So, congratulations, Coles. What would you like to nickname our Spinnerack? I gotta wait for a cool mon? Exactly. Lauren is fishing for a nickname right now. It's crazy. Can you evolve Magneton in Power Plant or in Rocket Hideout? So those like specific place evolutions you can't really recreate with the tools that we have today available to us. So I've just made it a level up evolution. I could make it a Thunderstone evolution now that I'm thinking about it, and I might change it to be that. But the one problem I could see with that is that you can get a Magnezone. You could get one as soon as you get Magneton. We're going with Lee. Okay. Thank you for the nickname, Coles. T-Stone is more thematic. You're right about that. The one thing I've also done, you'll notice, is our newly caught Lee has a poison barb attached to it. That is because I've upped the chances of a lot of these Pokemon to have held items that they usually do in base game. It's just like 5%, and now it's mostly just like 50. So we got Absorb here to match kind of the leech life that it usually gets this early. I might as well keep the poison barb on him for now. And I just realized we haven't even battled a single trainer yet. We're getting there, chat. We're getting there. My goal is to defeat Bugsy tonight, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, the big killer of the early game is Whitney, and Whitney has been made ever so slightly a little bit more difficult. So I think our entire strategy is going to be trying to formulate a good team for Whitney. So let's go ahead and go through some of these battles here. Jennifer, welcome on in. How you doing? Magnezone is Cole's favorite Pokemon. And you're one of Annie's friends, if that wasn't clear. Gotcha, gotcha. Well, welcome on in. I'm glad you're here. Something I do want to note about this this Rattata, it is youngster Joey, and I did give it like max IVs with a positive nature as well. So that's why it's level 4 and not level 5, as you might expect it to have been. I wanted to balance it out a little bit because it is literally a top percentage Rattata. Oh, 25? Okay, my bad. Thank you for fact-checking me, Tom. It's almost top percent Rattata. The legend himself. Barbaracle is a funny Pokemon, I will say, Coles. That's true. There is a way to guarantee getting a Pokemon nicknamed after you. Sorry, I feel like I'm missing a couple of chats here. Absorb Geodude training? True, true. If I didn't have rare candies, that's what I would do. Alright, battle number 2. I think you'll get the feeling here that a lot of these battles are reminiscent of what they are in the base game, but they're just like slightly tweaked to give them a bit more variety, a little bit more, maybe even difficulty in some cases. Here, obviously this trainer did not have a Sentret, I believe, this early on. I think it was just the Pidgey, so it's nothing crazy where you're finding like Gen 3 Pokemon around. I just think it's a little bit more of that variety of Pokemon that you can find in the base game. Wow. Coles is saying that they liked Barbaracle before the ZA Mega, and that is wild. Like, I don't know if many people that did. Did you add in the Fairy type? No. That is another thing. I specifically did not want to do that. I did have the option to, but that just doesn't feel very Gen 4 to me. The idea is to keep it very in line with the generation that it's in. Very similar to Legacy, I would say. But just like make it the best it could be with the tools that the developers had, if that makes sense. Boom! Level 5 Lediba. Crazy. This bug trainer has motion. 6-limb insect. Coles is lying to us, no one likes Barbaracle. I think it's a ruse. It's gotta be. Brody, thank you for the chat. Welcome on in. Alright, so we did opt into our mom buying stuff with our money. That is always the best thing to do in this game, because you can get some pretty interesting items. Me, Annie, and another friend of ours actually made a Barbaracle-centric rain team for Nat Dex doubles. What generation would that have been in? That is crazy. Question, what ROM hacking tool did you do or use to make this in? I used DSPRE. And there's a couple other things that I used too, mainly for changing out the Pokemon or the Pokemart items. But, you know, like 90% of what I've done has been in DSPRE. This is also a new encounter. I'm now realizing. That is a dupe, so we are not catching ourselves a second Spinnerack. Thank you very much. Okay, we got ourselves another fun pick here in Caterpie. This is a Pokemon you can get here in the base game. I've done the classic thing that everybody does with Caterpie, and I've given Butterfree the secondary type of Psychic. So we'll see how that plays out for us. A little less weak to rock type moves, which should be great. But yeah, let's see who gets to nickname our Caterpie, folks. I hope you gave it the Butterfree buffs that my Kaizo did. I think I might have, most of them anyways. Like, it's got Tinted Lens now, which I believe is a Gen 4 thing. I might just be a bug-type trainer, guys. MDM is playing HG Generations, which has all of the Pokemon up to Gen 9. That's cool. I like the idea of doing stuff like that, but I think it's a completely different idea. You know what I mean? So, interestingly enough, I did not change the type of Yanmega. I thought about making it Bug Dragon, and I still might. I might need some convincing on it, though. Because it doesn't feel like a dragon type to me. I understand that it's a dragonfly, but I don't know. I do remember that, Jennifer. Let me add you to the wheel. We got a lot of names on the wheel today, chat. This is awesome. You were always a bug catcher to me. Crimson, have you read the book on how to rage bait a man before? I feel like that's exactly what you're doing to me right now. We got Brody on the wheel too now. Is it Kai? Kaisia? I guess Kais Ashton, maybe? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Alright, let's spin it for the Caterpie. Good luck, chat. What do we got? Well, I guess what I'm playing now. What are you playing now, Jennifer? Is it ZA? Lux! Congratulations. Lux, what are we calling our beloved Caterpie? Rage baiting a man is my favorite nighttime activity. It's so much fun. It really is. I know it sucks to be on the receiving end of it, but oh my god, is it fun to do. Big throw for sure. Pokemon Sword? Heck yeah. Which game do you think is better, Jennifer? My vote goes to Scarlet. I know. Honestly, I don't even know if that's a hot take. Is that a hot take to like Scarlet more than Sword? Gen 9 versus Gen 8? Back me up, chat. Wait, are you naming it Owen, Lux? Are we doing this again? Okay. You're doing a great job, Tyler. Name it Final Smash? What a crazy nickname for a bug. You know what I mean? Like, this would be the Final Smash in Australia for me. Yo! Kai! Thank you for becoming a member. Very appreciated that. I need to make funny noises. Don't we all? Thank you so much for becoming a member. You get access to a member chat in my Discord, by the way. So if you would like to do that, please join our Discord. YMAC is happily using the emotes that you also get as a member, so... It's already 9:41 p.m. here. Oh my gosh, you scared me. I thought you were saying that it was 9:41 here too, and it is not. I'm like, wow, we really didn't accomplish anything in this stream. Drewski doesn't really like Gen 8. Same with me. I am not a fan. We're gonna go ahead and just evolve our Metapod here fully. Might as well. Guaranteed pick, that's right! Am I pronouncing your name correctly, by the way, Kai? Let me know if it's something else. Become an O-Kitten today? That's wild, malicious. Alright, so let's check out Final Smash. It is Bug Psychic, as you can see. I will proudly display that, like a badge of honor. Kais Ashton, great. Thank you for clarifying, Kais. And of course, we got Compound Eyes. Okay, this is one of two abilities that this can have. I'm kind of happy that we got it, although we do have minus special attack nature, so that is a little rough. We got careful here. That should, you know, nerf our confusion a little bit, but we do have Stab now. So at the very least, it'll feel a little bit similar to base game in that way. But negative special attack nature is not great, I do have to say. Especially when we're trying to, like, showcase the new, strong, you know, ability of this Pokemon. Okay, with that, I actually I'm questioning what we should do here with the Dark Cave, actually. So, we can get Zubat in another place before Faulkner. And we already have Geodude. And that would give us 2 of the 4 Pokemon that we can find in this cave, and the most common ones as well. So I'm wondering if we hold off to try and get a Zubat in another route to hopefully get ourselves one of the other 2 Pokemon in this cave. Get Zubat first, then come back to the cave. That sounds good to me. I think that is the best way for us to plan for Whitney especially too. So let's do that. You know, there is, you know, possibly a Dunsparce in there, but there are other Pokemon as well. I'll do a little leveling too, might as well. We get Constrict here, a move that I don't really love. I might buff it in some way, but also it's not really meant to be that good anyways. The other thing I'm considering doing is, I believe in modern Pokemon games, String Shot reduces your speed by 2. It acts more like Scary Face. And I think I might want to do that here. It's not that much of a buff to bug types, but like, you know, it's something. How do I claim my Pokemon name? Whenever you see a Pokemon that we catch come on screen, you just say, I want to nickname that Pokemon. And then you give us your nickname, and that's that. Tam, welcome on in. How you doing? Hope you had a great Christmas. We did get the Poison Point proc on this Weedle, which is kind of insane. Ooh, we got the rare Pineco usage from a bug catcher. I'm going to be a little careful here. There is no self-destruct, but there is possibly protect. And I don't want this thing to stall out Drewski. That would be no bueno. Okay, cool. Doing great, awesome. Back from my winter break and ready to get back in the grind. That's exactly what I'm doing today. I literally got home last night from winter break, and I've just been trying to clean out my closet and my room and get like everything prepped for stream tonight. It's been hectic, but also fun at the same time. And I'm very ready to be back on the grind. Peck over Gust is honestly so good. It's very good specifically for the Pidgey line, I think. Like, it doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess it makes sense in concept that it has Gust because it can use its wings. But also, Hoot Hoot gets Peck, which really doesn't make sense. So you'll see if we do get Hoot Hoot that it's been given Gust over Peck too. I spent all day cleaning my house. This is, I think that's what today is meant to be. Or like the week between Christmas and New Year's is just cleaning time. Okay, cool. So we got access to the PC. Let's heal up if we haven't already. Jennifer is loving Pokemon Sword so far. How far are you into the game? Is there a widely available non-bad physical flying and electric move? Yes, actually. Especially to the flying. Razor Wind, if you've played Fire Red OK version, you'll know that I made Razor Wind basically into flying type Slash, and I went ahead and did the same thing here. So there is now finally, because there's like 3 moves in Gen 4 that are all like flying type 60 base power like moves, and they're all, I mean, they have different secondary effects, so they are different, but to me it's like you get Aerial Ace or Fly if you're a flying type Pokemon in base game, and it's so boring. So some Pokemon have Razor Wind, some even maybe get Drill Peck. You might see a Brave Bird in there or two as well, so. Ooh, and he says that Peck feels like it should get a 30% flinch rate. That's interesting. I don't mind that. I do not mind that at all. Air Slash is obviously in there for those special attacking flying types as well. Air Cutter, the works. What else do we need here? I think that's it. Do we have any potions? Let's grab another potion. That might be helpful for us. Let's get 2 more Super Repels for the tower. Let's see what this guy's selling. Just the base game stuff here. I know, I'm digging the Nintendo music, you know? Best Yoshi song? For real. I just beat the Rock-type gym leader. Is that Gordy? I think that's Gordy, right? Okay, so I think what we should do is go ahead and grab our encounter south of the city. This is the route where you can get Zubat, I believe. So if we do get Zubat here, we have a good chance of getting something pretty good in Dark Cave, which is going to be great for us. Okay, we did not get Zubat. We got something a little bit more interesting, I would argue. We got ourselves a Smeargle, which in the base game is known to be a very bad Pokemon. Don't worry, it's not amazing here. But it's better than it was in the base game. Name your price? Best dog of the region? Tom wants to nickname it. I can tell. Kais, are you enticed by this nickname here? Owen's got me busting a move in my kitchen with this banger song. That is the intention here. Gym leaders have been all given a little bit of a buff to their teams, you know, across the board. I would argue that Falkner's has the least change, and I think it's warranted. I don't think Falkner needs to be incredibly difficult. Oh, and don't tempt me. I'll do it. Alright. Yeah, those are kind of fighting words, Crimson. Best dog. Alright, let's go to the wheel. Good luck, chat. Who's it gonna be? Oh, that's Lime. It's gotta be Lime. Crimson! Crimson, congratulations. What are we nicknaming our Smeargle? Now I'm left curious. That is exactly what I was trying to do. I once gave Smeargle 125 attack and special attack and speed with pure power? That's disgusting, Coles. Actually disgusting. I swear to God, if you name it the worst dog, I mean, that's gotta be the name. Come on. That's gotta be the name, right, chat? Jennifer needs help finding the next gym. That was gym 6, right? Do you have to do 7 now? Or 8? I think you have to go back to, the main city in the middle. I can't even tell you what it's called. Wedgehurst? No. Give me dog names, chat. Does Morty finally have a Mischievous, Mismagius even? I'll say one of those Pokemon might be on his team. Spike is good. I kind of like Spike. I'm not gonna lie. Naming it Worst Dog would be funny. Cupcake is crazy. Barley would be funny because I feel like... I feel like Smeargle would probably die at some point in this run. Furfro. Worse Furfro. That's crazy. I'm here for it though. Does it fit though is the question. Don't clip that. I could go Furf. Worse Furf. Worse Furf. Maybe. Worse Fro. That's perfect. We're running with that. No? Growlithe, but worse. Depends on what you're sketching. This is true. We have to really try to get something good to sketch. Soil Judger, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Just gonna look up the way to the next gym. I believe it's in like one of the main cities that you've already been to. I could be wrong. Bad Marco. Now you're hitting it where it hurts for him, I feel like. Bad Marco. Reference to our Furfro. Oh, that's crazy. We'll go for it. Bad Marco. Is that right? Was Furfro in our Gen 6 Mons only run called Marco? I think it was, right? Yeah, so we have Technician here. So you might notice that some of these buffs have been done before. We have... Let me actually check what our exact buff is. Smeargle has 85 HP, 60 attack, 50 defense, 60 for both special attack and special defense, and 65 speed. So not anything insane, but better than base game for sure. I named it then too. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. We got Bad Marco here. Let me think about what we can sketch. Nobody has Spore yet, but there are some pivotal points where we could sketch Spore. That is unfortunately not until after Bugsy, but it could be super helpful for Whitney specifically because of that. I think what we'll do is we are going to box Smeargle for now. I can't think of anything that we could grab right off the bat for sketch, so I think it'd be helpful to box him for now. Sketch Tackle? Hey, Technician boosted with Stab. It might be something. I've used a team of 6 Smeargle to beat every game from Gens 2 to 5. Now it's going to solo Owen's game 2. This is great. Sketch Quick Attack? Oh, true! I could see it, for sure. Let's go ahead and grab Rock Smash. We can't use it outside of battle until after the gym, but that's okay. Gives us some nice defense drops. There is one more encounter we can grab. Unfortunately, it's not going to contain a Zubat. Sketch Struggle. What's up, Darth? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and grab our tower encounter. Oh, we got ourselves a Ghastly. And honestly, I haven't done much to Ghastly's moveset. Not too many buffs here, but I feel like having this Ghost type early is pretty good. I think you can get it here in the base game. There is one more Pokemon you can get in this tower that you can't get in the base game. But it is still fun to see our little ghostly friend here. Chat, who is going to win this nickname, though? Darth, I gotta add you to the wheel. Yeah, Ghastly's normally here. That makes sense. Sketchy drug deals. What? Cursed Body? I believe Cursed Body is a post-gen 4 ability, but I could be wrong. True, Lux can't nickname the Ghastly. Alright, good luck, chat. Who is it going to be? Is this... Salman? I think Salman was on earlier. I don't know if they're still here or not, though. Oh, I gotta put Soil Judger on here, too. Ghastly Explosion. Ghastly's early moves are awful, but that's for a reason. Faulkner's Pidgey can't hit it at all. Ghost is amazing early game. This is true. This is true, Annie. Hopefully it's not the most overpowered Pokemon in this mod. I would say that it's not. Alright, let's respin, chat. Salman sounds like Seaman for some reason. A little bit, yeah. Alright, let's see who's gonna get it. Is this Tam? Oh, we got Darth. Crazy. It does seem like the wheel picks people who join recently. You know? Ghastly would be good for second gym. This is true. I agree. You wouldn't be able to get hit by those pesky quick attacks on that Scyther. Darth, congratulations. What are we naming our Ghastly? Pennywise? That's crazy. We're going with it. And it does fit perfectly-ish. There we go. We got Pennywise on the team. Alright. I'm going to go heal up real quick, and then we will take these trainers on. You will notice that there is a little bit more variety on these teams. I feel like the Sages in the base game were extremely boring. You know, Bellsprout's a fun Pokemon. I don't want Bellsprout to not be here because it is the Sprout Tower, but you can give them something else, you know? Like, come on. Let's go ahead and level up our Ghastly to 9-2. I feel like 9 feels pretty reasonable at this point. We got Mean Look, which is, you know, it's something. Alright, first Sage fight. They're not incredibly difficult, but they are definitely a step up. That's kind of the core of this game. We got a level 5 Bellsprout here. This shouldn't die to 1. Okay, it's very close. We do get procced by Poison Point, which I believe is not an ability that Bellsprout gets in the base game. I feel like Bellsprout is a very good combination between Grass and Poison, whereas something like Venusaur feels way more, like, oriented towards Grass. So I feel like Poison Point here makes it feel a lot more in line with, like, Roserade. You know what I mean? So that's why it's rocking it here. It feels very much more in line with, like, how Victreebel is very evil looking in appearance, you know? So that's the idea. And then, of course, its second Pokemon is a Sentret, just to change it up a little bit. Let's throw Chicky Tom into action here. Give Chicky Tom some time in the limelight. It is raising its defense here, which means that our Razor Leafs are not going to do as much, but that is a-okay. I did think about Gluttony, Malicious. I think I gave it Gluttony in a previous version of this game, but I opted for Poison Point instead because I feel like it would come up more often in normal gameplay, you know? Yeah, let me get some action. Exactly. Venusaur doesn't really get much actual poison type moves until Sludge Bomb, when it's like fully online. The other thing I was considering is, you know, Supersonic is super bad early, or just any part of the game, because, you know, 55 accuracy, that's rough. Like, that is so trash. So I buffed Supersonic's accuracy to 70. I feel like that feels a little bit more in line with, like, okay, it's an early game status move. A lot of Pokemon get it, whereas Confuse Ray, I feel like, is a little bit more tighter in its availability. So, I don't know, I feel like 70 is still, like, Focus Blast range, where it's like, you're not hitting it all the time, but you're hitting it more often than 55. Like, oh my god. Does Skill Link exist in Gen 4? It does. It does. That would be kind of fun for a PVC reference with Bullet Seed. I don't mind that. What else could it get, though? Like, I feel like it would exist solely for Bullet Seed, and then I feel like it gets better moves later on anyways, or at least I gave it better moves. I made Supersonic 75 in my hack? Okay, there you go. Yeah, so I'm thinking that Hypnosis should also be buffed slightly. I think it's 60 here. I would kind of like it to be 65 or 70. That way it's a little bit more of a threat when you're facing off against it, and it's also slightly better when you're yourself. I probably don't need to go to 10 quite yet. but we will throw Chicky Tom in once again. Yes, Cloyster does get skill link here in Gen 4, and I did keep that. Oh, I just tried to poison a poison type, guys. Lock me up. We're canceling the stream right now, chat. Alright, we're gonna switch. This is a Spearow. Spearow is pretty good in this game. I gave it Sniper. It might have Sniper here, but I'm not sure. Sniper is a very scary ability, especially when you're facing off against it. Like, it could provide for some fun moments when you're using it yourself, but like, going up against a trainer that has a Sniper Pokemon, it's rough. Yeah, Hypnosis got buffed in only one game in one generation. It's so weird. I don't know if it was like they realized that it was too powerful, but also I feel like 70 is still not that crazy still. I don't know. The Oddish line speed goes down from 50 to 30 as it evolves. That's interesting. Yeah, so this is the other Pokemon you can get this early, which is Misdreavus. There are other points in the game where you can get it, but I thought, you know, giving Misdreavus a time in the limelight as early as Ghastly feels kind of fun to me. I don't know. We're gonna run away though. This is just a wild Pokemon. Oh, and in my hack, there are a lot of custom megas, including the Alola starters, who are the starters in the hack. Oh, this is really cool. What is the hack based on, Coles? And obviously it has been, Misdreavus, I mean, has been like balanced around being caught early as well. That is the other Pokemon you can get here, a Sentret rather than a Rattata. I feel like it makes sense to give the Gen 2 Pokemon a little bit more opportunity to be used, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I also changed the moveset here, specifically because Bellsprout gets growth early on. And I feel like giving it a physical attacking move in Vine Whip on top of growth doesn't make any sense, so I gave it Absorb super early, and then it gets Vine Whip a little bit later on at like level 11 or something. So, Andy needs my attention. What's up, Gakubo? Welcome on in. Weasel is way more appealing than its evolution Floatzel. You know what? I can get behind you on that take. That doesn't feel like the hottest take, but it's also not the oldest take. I'll get behind you on that, because Floatzel to me is like Weasel, but tall. I feel like it could have been given a little bit more. Buff all the multi-hit moves and give Victreebel Bone Rush because it's spitting up bones? That is a crazy idea, Annie. I kind of love it, but I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't make sense. We're going to go Absorb here. It's going to try to boost its defenses. I don't think Phanpy has Flail this early on. I don't know why it's spamming Defense Curl, though. Okay, good job, AI. One thing that I might do is double check the AI that's on all these trainers, because like even if I give them better tools and they have weak AI, like the chances of them using those tools are significantly lower. Multi-hit Poison Sting? I mean, that's just Twin Needle at that point, right? I'm doing pretty good, Gakubo. Hope you're doing well yourself. Oh, we got the Teddiursa early on. This is also a Pokemon that we can get on Route 46, I believe it is, where we found our Geodude. I figured if we're pulling Phanpy earlier on in the run, we might as well throw Teddiursa in there too. It has a pretty good early game moveset, so I kind of distributed them a little bit more differently. to account for that. I think it got like feint attack at level like 6 or something, and I was like, whoa, let's slow down here. We don't need all that this early, come on. Akabo's doing well, you love to hear it. Hope you had a good Christmas. I don't believe it's gonna have feint attack here, so let's just go for a confusion. Okay, we got the lick, so we do get paralyzed, but we're fine. We get through it. Ursaring is a monster that lives somewhat in the shadow of Snorlax. Does it really? I think I see what you mean, just because normal type, but it's not as bulky, right? Gligar earlier, so I decided to keep Gligar relatively late. I'm trying to think if I did put it early. I might note that just in case. I would like to use a Gligar in the early. Boom, we got level 11 here. Yeah, so like the general philosophy, like I was saying with these sages, is they're not necessarily super difficult, but they're not pushovers either, if you're leveling your Pokemon up correctly. Alright, I think we should be okay for this fight with our health the way it's at right now. I like the lead of Butterfree here. Elder Lee has been given a slight buff to his team. I could see Gligar being on the route to the Safari. Totally makes sense to me. Totally makes sense. I'm writing that down. I feel like Slugma or Houndour should be found in Johto earlier. Oh, 100%. Don't worry, they are here. Okay, here we go. Let's battle Elderly. What you got for us? We got a Bellsprout level 8. We should be able to take care of that pretty easily with a Confusion. And then we got our Hoot Hoot level 10. I'm going to throw out a Confusion. I don't think a Gust should take us out here, so I think we're okay on that front. I could see it going for Hypnosis. Okay, it's going for Tackle for some reason. It's throwing, chat. Is that a crit? Okay, we just low rolled into high roll. Okay, you love to see it. Butterfree is actually goated this early on. Wii Sports, you know it. We got all 3 powder moves, and we also have compound eyes, so this is great. And then we can just keep on rolling with Confusion. There we go. I believe in base game his team is like slightly weaker, so I also gave his Hoot Hoot Reflect, and you might see that on another trainer here shortly. Let's go ahead and use that escape rope. Does Noctowl become Flying Psychic? So I chose to not change the typing of Noctowl. I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. I think it makes more sense for it to be a normal flying type because that's what an owl is. I like that it gets psychic type moves. So I could see it going in that direction. I don't, however, see it doing ghost flying, because then it would just be turning ghost because it's awake at night, I guess. I see what you mean by boring, but I just don't think it needs... Yeah, there's Xatu as well. Yeah. And not to mention, like, we did give Noctowl other buffs. Like, its stats are slightly better. Its moveset has been buffed. Don't worry, it is a usable Pokemon in this game. For sure. I guess Dark Flying could make sense to the same point, but you know, at that point, it's Murkrow, so and of course, Xatu and Murkrow have received buffs on their own rights, so it's like I don't want them to overstep each other at that point. Okay, we do get Rock Throw here, which is a great addition. We'll go ahead and delete Mud Sport because there is just simply no reason to carry it here. The sport moves are such an interesting case of Gen 4 isms, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see them anywhere else besides Viola's Surskit, you know? You could go Mono Flying Noctowl, but I have seen that be done more for Pidgey, rather than Noctowl. Murkrow should be all throughout Johto, but at nighttime. I could see it being added to all of the headbutt trees. I might look into that, because I don't think I've been able to edit them before, but I believe there is a way to do it in DSPRE. There is another place that I've put it, so, you know, don't worry too much, all the Murkrow fans out there. I'm a big fan of Murkrow, so totally get the hype. We do need more mono flying types in games. I agree. I agree, Kais. Maybe I should consider making one of them mono flying. I could go the Pidgey route to be more in line with what other people have done, or I could make it a little bit more different and go the Hoot Hoot route. I don't know. Duskstone win? I feel like I put it at a fair place. I would assume that you might think it's too late, but I will say that every cross-gen evolution is catchable or evolvable before the Elite Four. And I will say all of them can be done before Claire as well. So that way you get time to love the previous evolutions, but you also get a little bit of time to give the new evolutions some love before the post game, because that's what the post or the base game does. It's like you can't use any of them besides like the ancient power evolutions and rolled out evolutions until post game, and it's kind of sad. I don't know. It's annoying. Okay, we are going to level up to 13 here. We got the same level cap as the base game. What do I want to delete here? I like Synthesis. If we go Tackle, we can give it... We can keep a move that is not resisted by Pidgeotto. Or rather, a flying-type Pokemon. Let's delete Growl, because I think we have Growl on other Pokemon, and I feel like it might actually be useful to have. You'll also notice that Tazek learned Mud Slap, which is a fun nod to the original games, having Mud Slap on Falkner's Pidgey and Pidgeotto, and just in the moveset in general. It in Gen 4 it was replaced with Sand Attack, but I really like the idea of them having Mud Slap. Gives them a little bit more coverage too, you know. Let's run Nightshade over Constrict, probably. I think that makes sense. Electric Pidgeot was also in the silver one? Wait, what do you mean by the silver one? I have seen Electric Pidgeot before. That doesn't make too much sense to me. I get it. It's like a storm cloud kind of vibe. I feel like that's just... That would be like a Delta Pokemon or like a regional form, you know? Okay, we're going to take a quick break before the first gym leader, and when we get back, we'll fight Falkner, and we will move through Union Cave and eventually get to Bugsy. So I will be back in just a second. Don't go anywhere. More encounters to catch too. I will see you guys in just a second. Guys, the chair was looking sideways again. It's happening every stream now. What is happening? Hello, Lime. Wait, once Owen comes back, he'll never expect it? Expect what? What did you do, Lime? Chair cam watching me whilst I sleep. Crazy. A Delta hack would be a lot of fun. Everything has new typings. That would be a lot of work, but it would be fun. It's like Fool's Gold, right? Fool's Gold is a fun game. We should play that sometime. That'd be fun. Alright. Read the chat, Owen. I am trying. Oh no, the chair is gone. Chair is still here. Don't worry. Don't worry. Still got chair. Oh, we got a TCGP redemption. That's what it was. Okay. Alright, we gotta redeem and open a pack. Deleve, what pack would you like me to open for you? Chairs pack. Yeah, way to do it while I'm gone, too. That's crazy. It's not true. It's Zoroark. Real chair died. Why is nothing happening? It's because we gotta open a pack up. If a Delta hack were to be made, should it try to copy the cards? Or should types be randomly selected for all mons or something else? I think it'd be really fun to try one where you do copy the cards. They mean throw in? Oh, okay. But I think Delta species were a thing in Insurgents or something, or Uranium, something like that. Is throw-in not working? Oh, it must not have appeared on the BRB screen, huh? That would be really cool if you guys did collab on that. I don't know who would make the sprites. Good luck with that, but that would be really fun. I guess it would really just be recolored Pokemon if you do the card version. Alright, are we opening Crimson Blaze? Are we opening Mega Rising? What's the vibe here? Throw up my phone screen quick. Alright. Don't worry about the sprites. I know people. Oh, I'm with the connections. Genetic Apex just to hate? You're just trying to use my hourglass. We're going Suicune? Alright. Throwing it back to the old days, right, Deleve? Are we going 4 to the right? There we go, we got the boom. We got the boom. I think we go 4 to the right, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good luck. Oh! You hate to see it, but you love to see some of that Gen 2 representation. That was a bit of a throw-in moment, for sure. You got the Licky Tongue into Licky Licky and the Dawn Fan? Come on, man. That's pretty good. Alright. It's time to finally beat Faulkner. It's been too long. We've been streaming for what? Almost 2 hours and we haven't even battled the first gym. Okay. We are all leveled up and ready to go. Might as well use this potion to heal up. I don't believe we get any other great items before this point. We could teach Rock Smash. I don't know if it's that worth doing, though. It is neutral. Rock Smash, by the way... Oh, yeah, I guess it is still 40. I will note some of the moves have also been buffed. I will note when we will see some of them. Obviously, Razor Wind is a completely different move now. I'm gonna run Rock Smash here. I feel like it might provide some value. It's not gonna be stab regardless, so you might as well take the defense drop, you know? I am going to lead... Oh, man. Spinnerack in this gym? I feel like that's terrible. I really want to use our Dark Cave encounter, but we're going to try our best to do this without it. I'm going to save Geodude for Pidgeotto. Let's go Pidgey versus the first Pokemon. This seems pretty alright. Just gonna pull up my documentation a little bit. I think this makes the most sense. What I think I'll do actually is I'm gonna try to put it to sleep with Hypnosis. That seems good. You're right, it's not Pidgey, it's Tzek. You're right. My bad, Oxford. Alright, here we go. I guess we should get some battle music, huh? What we could do is just pull up the in-game music, right? Maybe? I'm not hearing anything. Oh well. Let's get some battle music going. This seems pretty alright for this. Are there chapters, though? Guess not. Alright. It's Faulkner time, baby! In this bird boy. We're gonna try our best. Alright, Faulkner now leads with a Hoot Hoot. A little bit of that Gen 2 representation here. We'll run that Hypnosis. Easy turn 1 hit. Might as well curse, honestly. Probably could have saved that for Pidgeotto or whatever's coming out next. That's okay. I think we can go Pidgey here now. Ooh, getting the Reflect up is not great. What could I do here? I want to stall out the Reflect as much as possible. We can't really set up at all. I think we just gotta take it out, to be honest. This is where Gust would have been better. That's okay. We do get put to sleep with Hypnosis. But I believe that Curse is going to take it down. Let's try to knock off the sleep here. I guess we could technically switch into Geodude now before it gets... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that because we're going to swap into Geodude as soon as Pidgeotto comes out. No, you know what? I'm gonna go to Butterfree first so that we can put it to sleep. Isn't it a sick name, Tzek? Okay, goes for the gust. That'll do a little bit, but it shouldn't do a lot. Okay, that's fine. So Hoot Hoot is down. We got the curse damage coming on in. This is good, this is good. One down, one to go. Okay, so we did keep the Pidgeotto as Faulkner's ace here. I'm open to changes, but I feel like Pidgeotto is pretty iconic here, and there's not a lot of other bird-type Pokemon that fits this stat level that it's at. So we did buff its moveset a little bit. It has that Mud Slap that it had in Gen 2. So there is that, and I believe it also has Quick Attack. I'm gonna run... Maybe I could go Poison Powder, actually, but... try to think which one is better here. I like the Sleep Ankle, but Poison Powder would kind of go pretty well with the Roosting. So let's do that. We got Compound Eyes, so that hits pretty cleanly. His Pidgeotto was gifted to him by his dad, that's right. Okay, so... okay, we got the crit! One death on Faulkner, everybody. Crit Peck is crazy, though. What is that? 07s to friggin' Final Smash. That sucks, dude. Oh, man. Is this the... there we go, wait. And there's the start of Owen's first wipe of the new run, that's right. I had, like, keyboard shortcuts set up here. What's going on? Oh well. Yeah, it's time to finish what we started, chat. I say, it is poisoned. We could try to, like, reduce its stats a little bit. Scary Face isn't a bad idea, but Spinnerak's pretty weak. We could go to Pidgey and try to wake up before it can, like, do anything. Try to damage it a little bit more before the Geodude comes out. That's going to be what really saves us here. It is just a playtest, that's right. We are going to just go Peck. This has no guard, I believe, so Sand Attack's not going to do anything. Well, I guess it's either Keen Eye or no guard. I don't know why it roosted there. Good job, AI. Good job, AI. Okay, it's quick attacking now. Okay, I don't think we're dead to crit, so we'll stay in one more. That is a huge crit. Good job, Pidgey. We did give it an Oranberry, which I don't believe it has in base game because it has Roost, so it's got a little bit more recovery. Plus that quick attack really helps out. Okay, we're definitely dead to crit now. So I'm going to imagine it roosts here, so I'm going to go for the free switch into Geodude while it roosts. Exactly. Remove Keen Eye, either no guard or something different. Keen Eye is just worse. That's fair. I get it. I get what you're saying. We could give it Tangled Feet. I think that's what its original secondary ability is. Alright, Drewski. Let's send this. Hit this rock throw, please! Although it's not going to do much after it roosts. Maybe I should have rock smashed there. Yeah, Roost removes the flying type. It could roost again. I'm going to rock smash once here. It does roost again. Okay. Please get the defense drop here. That would be so perfect. Oh, let's Let's go, dude. Okay. Faulkner, more like rooster. Exactly. It might roost again. We rock smash one more time. Oh, it's got the mud slap. That's not good for us. We could get another defense drop. The accuracy drop actually might matter here. We hit the rock smash, and it just kills with a crit. Oh, you love to see it, chat. You love to see it. The one death wonder that is Faulkner. And there we have it. We have our first gym badge of the run. We made it through. Boom. Huge. Drewski Revenge, exactly. So there we go. Not too much of a change on Faulkner, but I think you'll notice that you'll see more and more changes to gym leaders as we go. Bye. I wanted to keep it pretty simple for the first gym leader, if that makes any sense. Now a moment of silence, exactly, in name of Final Smash. Okay, so we could go with the Primo Egg route, although I don't know if we do or not. Where would we be able to hatch it? Are there any areas around here that we usually can't get a Pokemon? Oh, I also forgot Ruins of Alph. That would have been really helpful here, actually. Alright, we're going to throw Butterfree, unfortunately, into the death box. You really hate to see it because it would have been really fun to, you know, showcase its buffs. But unfortunately, we already have to make a name for the death box. What are we going with here? No Primo? That makes sense. I'm down for that. Should we name it 3-stocked in order of Final Smash? I kind of like 3-stocked. The Void is good too. Chopped is really good. I like Chopped. We'll go Chopped. We're not doing that. Goals. Oh man. Poisoned is alright. Alright, unfortunately, our dear friend Final Smash has been chopped. I don't get it, because I had like a rainy alert. It's not working. Chopped to butterfly bits, that's right. Oh well. I will figure out where that shortcut is for next stream. But for now, Final Smash, it's been an honor. Thank you for your service. Okay, so first order of business, we are going to go ahead and get ourselves an encounter in the Ruins of Alph. This is going to be very important. Another great buff in this edition of the game is, you know, the Pokemon that you can find on this route. Might as well fill out this puzzle, because I kind of like the puzzles. Got ourselves a Kabuto to solve. This is the electric fly swatter, since this is essentially a bug run right now. That is true, we are kind of running a bug team, huh? Boom. I'm a master at this, guys. I can solve puzzles in my sleep. Watch me. Easy! Although the Ho-Oh puzzle later on is actually quite difficult. We do have one bug. Yeah, we get the unknown report, and let's see what we can get here. Boom! Unknown D. again. Unknown D joins the party. Super effective. Okay, we might have HP fire or flying here. Important to note. Huge pickup. Unknown has been buffed slightly. A little bit more stats in, a little bit more stats in each stat. Plus a couple more moves in the moveset. You love to see it. Unknown D's nuts. It could be HP bug, yeah. That's crazy.
Name it glory hole.
Tom with the 20 saying name it glory hole. I mean, Council, what do we think about this? Wheel Council. Does this supersede the wheel spin? There's nothing glorious about Unknown. Did you give Unknown more moves? I did, Lime, I did. I think this supersedes the wheel spin. Alright, we're going for it. You're really making me not want to use this Pokemon, Tom. I'll say that. Actually crazy. Did you buff Rock Slide's accuracy? I did not. I did not. I kind of understand why it should be buffed. I didn't really think about that, though. Because, like, there aren't a lot of perfectly accurate rock-type moves. I might consider that. The glorious hole of Unknown. Unknown Evo called Unknowable because it's unknowable? Oh. Yeah, you're right. It is Unknown D. Come on, guys. Alright, we are actually gonna run it on the team for a bit. It's got Levitate already, which is kind of nice. Yeah, you're gonna see that there are a lot of visual glitches with HGSS here. It is just something that happens on my perfectly normal Nintendo DS that I'm playing this game on. So, are all rock moves still inaccurate? I think if Rock Tomb hasn't been buffed yet in Gen 4, I buffed that. I'm gonna say in my notes, consider buffing accuracy of rock type moves. I think it's kind of fair to point that out because there are a lot of them that are not accurate. Power Gym, true. Power Gym is perfectly accurate. I could consider giving Power Gym to more Pokemon, but it is a special attacking move. I did give it to Ursula, which I believe does not get access to it in the base game, but I could be very wrong about that. So, we've got Nature Power here, which is great. Gives us a little bit more variety in our moveset. There's actually a reason for that, but it's too complicated to explain in a YouTube chat. Okay. Well, that sounds like a perfect plug for the channel Discord, if you ask me. If you want to get into the reason for why rock-type moves are inaccurate, join my Discord and let's keep talking about it there. Oh yeah, I forgot to grab the egg, huh? This is like the slowest run of this game that I've played so far. Alright, let's deposit Unknown for now. Right? You know what? I'm gonna deposit Ghastly for now. That kind of makes it a little bit more interesting. Let's take Unknown. Let's take the egg. I have reduced the time it takes to hatch this egg because it's kind of egregious in base game. Oh, another visual glitch. That's just gonna happen. One thing I'll note is the Togepi. It seems to me that this Togepi's friendship value is hard-coded. I tried to change it, but for some reason, it doesn't seem to change. So I've gone ahead and just made it evolve at level 10, That's the only friendship change or friendship evolution change that I've moved to a level up. But I think it makes sense in the case that its friendship just simply cannot be buffed. Mega Clefable is just a worse Togekiss. I see where you're coming from. I could see it. You expected stream to make it go faster? Definitely not. Definitely not. I expected it to be a little bit slower, for sure. Okay, got our first instance of a Kimono Girl here. Get a Mareep, that's a great idea. There are a couple other routes for us to grab a Mareep on. Okay. This is looking good. Let's throw Tiki Chom in the front. Get our Miracle Seed as well. We're gonna go ahead and equip that immediately. Might as well. Can you not change the base happiness value of Togepi? I did, and for some reason it didn't seem to affect anything. Maybe I'm just bad at the game and didn't realize that it did. But in my playtesting of it, it didn't seem to affect this Togepi in particular. But I could be wrong. Let's go ahead and equip this Miracle Seed. Might as well. And this is not a new encounter. We have already grabbed ourselves a Smeargle from this route. Would have been nice to have a Bellsprout to highlight its new moveset, but that's okay. We already have a grass type, and there's not a lot of reasons to run multiple grass types in this game. Buy the Slowpoke tail, please. That's a great idea. Ooh! The one-shot from Shikitom is crazy. This youngster is now running a Pichu, which is kind of fun. Good to know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I very well could be. But, you know, I was using DSPRE to do it. Okay, we've got another Igglybuff here. Arguably, this could be a Jigglypuff by this point, but I don't mind. Just a little bit more representation for it. Mono Grass, Johto win? I could run that for sure. That'd be fun. Because, like, I'm a big fan of Jumpluff. What else even is there? There's Sunflora. I love Sunflora. Sunflora has obviously gotten some buffs here. I'm gonna save, because we got a couple of trainers to battle here. Go ahead and Super Repel up. I guess we've already done that. Chikorita's gonna have a field day with the bridge here. Razor Leaf is probably just gonna one-shot everything. I could be wrong. I'm kind of a big fan of the variety that I've added to this route. To the trainers, at least. We'll swap out to Unknown, give it a little time in the spotlight. Let's test out our hidden power. Oh, that's big damage. It's probably either Flying Poison or Bug. This should tell us more information. Okay, I believe it is either Bug or Poison then. Let's see what Nature Power is here. EQ? Oh my gosh, Nature Power is insane. I should maybe push that back or put a different power here. EQ this early is wild. I kind of love it though. Yes, yeah. Can't wait to battle longtime rival of the channel, Lance, with all the grass types. I don't know if that's possible. I do not know if that's possible. Okay, I will note that Nature Power is too early here. Gen 4 Nature Power is very busted compared to Gen 3's Nature Power. That's probably why I put it so early, because I'm used to how it is in Gen 3. Let's throw Drewski a bone here with this trainer. Little Whooper, okay. Easy switch to Chicky Tom. That ain't no problem. Why did I tackle? Let me at him. Drewski, I'm sorry that I'm not letting you at a Whooper. How about a Mankey earlier? I did think about that. I'm gonna try to find a way to do it. Especially just because I'm a huge fan of Mankey, and I did buff Primeape. I'm gonna take a note of that. Okay, we have something that I've added on some of these routes is a Smeargle trainer, and the idea, for the most part at least, is to give the Smeargle moves that you can find on some of the wild Pokemon in the area. In some cases, I've made them use moves like Self-Destruct or setup moves with Baton Pass. So you'll see that later on a little bit. I'm gonna Rock Smash. It's got Water Gun. This actually might kill us, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, okay, Drewski! Let's go, Drewski! Add Mankey to the Headbutt trees in Helix Forest. I don't mind that. Alright, I'm gonna throw Zek in there. Tank the Water Gun, go for a cheeky little peck or two. We got the Synthesis. Stop, please. Oh my gosh. Big crit, though. That might be the way to do it. Quick Attack! Oh my gosh. Okay, and then we got the Ekans. Let's go to Lee. I think we might want to go for the Nightshade. I think we can live one more attack here. Oh, the crit! The crit! This is tough. I guess we go to Chicky Tom, huh? Just go for a nice little tackle. See, that was a pretty difficult fight, I would say, compared to base game for sure. We do have some potions. Let's throw those around the team. And then, of course, we have a Pecha Berry we can use. This but a scratch? Oh, tis but a scratch. You're right, you're right. I am going to Rare Candy up to 14, just in case. Alright, and then we can go ahead and grab this other Pokeball. Nice little Great Ball for us, and there we go. We can go ahead and head into this Pokemon Center. Don't forget the Fishing Rod. I kind of considered putting this old rod earlier. I think it might be fun to throw it in, like, Cherry Grove of all places. Gives you that encounter, like, ASAP rather than having to backtrack, but I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Add Groudon to the bottom of Union Cave at 2%. But only on Tuesday morning when it is raining and you're holding the DS upside down. That is perfect. A great way to combine all of the most frustrating elements of Pokemon. Isn't that weird, Darth? I feel like this is something that you don't see in any other Pokemon game, at least in the early generations. Just a random Pokemon Center before Union Cave. Yeah, it's not even used as a destination for Fly, good point. Oh, and did Magnezone get actual coverage moves? Because in modern gens, it only learns Electric, Steel, and Normal type moves, and Body Press. And Gens 5 through 7 replaces Body Press with Signal Beam. I might consider finding some more moves for it. don't think I specifically gave it more moves like that. Gen 1 has 2 Pokemon. Oh, yeah. Mount Moon. Thanks for calling me out on my bullshit. Mount Moon and Rock Tunnel, good point. Don't forget to take a rod from the strange man in the building by a dark cave. That's right. He said it, not me, folks. Big turn 1 wake up by Drewski. Drewski's putting in the work over here. Then, of course, we can grab ourselves a nice little Shell Bell. Which surprisingly, I mean, obviously, does really great on bulky Pokemon. Specifically, I was testing out a run with Azumarill, and oh my gosh, is that Pokemon insane for this game. Okay. New encounter here. We have a couple of different options. Look, I already paid for a glory hole. This is hardly the worst thing I've done tonight. True. Whoa! Okay, this is cool. I have not had the chance to test out Onix before, so I am very excited, actually. I wish we got a Bellsprout and did the trade so we could test it out on Faulkner, but this should be interesting. I'm gonna go for a Rock Throw. I did buff Onix's attack ever so slightly. I did what I did for Onix in Fire Red OK version, which is plus 10 to attack and plus 10 to HP. It's like, it's not too much of a difference, but I think it does just enough. Plus it is running Screech, which is something. Can't wait to use that 35 attack, that's right. Dude, I might need to buff its catch rate though. Don't worry about it, just enjoy your glory hole. Can I switch? Oh boy. Stop screeching! Uh-oh. Please catch. Stop binding. Okay, we're free. I did not lower its defense yet. I could poison it. I know that puts us on a timer, but that's okay. We're already low on Pokeballs anyways. Okay. There we go. Cool. Boom! Got ourselves an Onix. I'm actually very excited to use this. I did give it a couple different moves that it doesn't usually get. I think. But yeah, let's go ahead and go to the wheel and figure out who gets to nickname this beast. I get to name it Death Kill? That's crazy. Is nobody here an Onix fan? Come on. Yeah, go for it, Crimson. MDM! Are you still here? Maybe not. If you are, you have won the ability to nickname our Onix. Scamix, because he looks like a monster and has poor attack stat. This is true. It was MDM. They were on earlier. Go ahead and remove them for now. Alright, respin! Good luck, chat. Oh, is this a monsoon sweep? Might have had a few people run out here. Oh, Monsoon is actually here. Congratulations. What other Pokemon did you add here? So, we have Sandshrew. While you come up with a name, I will show specifically the documentation for this route, if I can. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, Union Cave. We have Geodude, Magby, Zubat, Sandshrew, Onyx, and Cleffa. Nice little reference to Mount Moon, you know. Abigail, that's right, Laura. Moobies is here. We could have had Moobies, chat. Don't worry, there will be more opportunities for a Moobies capture. Don't worry. I didn't know you were black, Laura. It's crazy. We got Leviathan. Thank you for the nickname, Monsoon. I am pumped and ready to use this thing. This will be very good testing. We will see how we feel about it. If it's too weak, too strong. It's definitely not going to be too strong. Should be good, should be good. I'm going to go ahead and super repel up. We can get through this cave as fast as possible. One thing that I'm very much looking forward to in showing is some of the Team Rocket stuff. I've given a little bit more variety to the Pokemon that they've used. Oh my gosh, the roar tech is insane. Another roar is crazy. We go for the Mud Slap. Huge. Okay, let's just quick attack now. There we go. Easy money. But yeah, like I was saying, Team Rocket has a little bit more variety on their teams, and to me, some of their admin teams are extremely questionable, and I feel like I did an okay job at patching that up. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on them as soon as we get to that point. We did just pick up a Smooth Rock, which is a new addition to this cave. I might put that in a different location, because you don't really get Sandstorm for a long time. But for now, that's where I have it. Let's go for a cheeky little Rock Smash here. Stop hardening, please. See ya. Get a Sandshrew. I have tested out Sandshrew a little bit. I gave it the ability Rough Skin, and it's actually been kind of fun. Oh, we do get a ground type move here, which is huge. But yeah, we gave it Rough Skin, and then we also, of course, gave it a much better moveset in general. So I really enjoy using it. Onyx is closer in power to my Rock. Oh, whoa. Hold on. You almost got me to say that entire chat. Annie, you got me good with that one. I feel like I did an okay job. Say that again? Got me feeling like whatever that actor is in Fantastic Four. Fan-4-stick, rather. Oh yeah, Gen 4 Sandshrew, his moveset is so bad. Something that does help him a little bit is the fact that Rapid Spin has been buffed. It's just like, it's so egregious of a move. It's like 20 base power or something like that. This should tell us exactly what hidden power we have. If it's resisted, it's poison. Okay, we have bug type hidden power, which I think is kind of fun. Let's see what Nature Power gives us. Rock Slide. Ooh, the flinch is crazy. Alright, chat. Generally, most people hate Hyper Beam's recharge turn to the point where it's never used. What debuff would you be willing to use it with? Drop special attack by 2 stages or having -1 priority? I feel like -1 priority could be fun because you could use it on slow Pokemon anyways, and it wouldn't really be a big deal. You know what I mean? Now, granted, it could be Obviously not as good for those fast Pokemon, but... And he says just make it like it is in Gen 1. Let it skip the recharge turn on KO. That would be fun. I don't mind that. But yeah, it's definitely harder to code. I would happily take recoil or have negative priority. That's fair. I think I agree with you there. Throwing a bug type in as soon as we're fighting a fire type. You love to see it. Grab some food, sounds good. Alexander Cooper, welcome on into chat. Hope you're doing well. Poison gas has been buffed here to like 90 accuracy, which I believe is what it is in base game, like in modern gen. So giving it a little bit more utility here is always fun. Especially on the Pokemon that you see like often but are so bad. Did my game just crash? That was weird. I'm gonna save after this. We hit a rock throw, please. Thank you. -2 special attack isn't that bad considering overheat sees a ton of play. That's true. That's a good point. It is almost New Year's, Alexander. I hope you had a great Christmas. I know I did. And I think I'll have a good New Year's as well. I'm very excited for what's coming up this year, guys. We have a lot of cool ROM hacks in development for you. New projects in the works. I am really going to push myself to get an editor as well, so hoping to give you guys more videos more consistently. I know I've gotten you guys at least a video a month, and I really want to see if I can get, you know, a little bit more than that. Okay, I did change the position of this trainer. It was an optional trainer in base game. I think it's just fun to give this guy a Cleffa, a little more variety. There we go, and a Slowpoke, which is oddly kind of difficult early game. The confusion's really not going to help either. Let's go Mudslap, drop its accuracy a little bit. When was your last Nuzlocke video? That's the main grievance I'm seeing a lot is I kind of dropped the Nuzlocke videos, and I really want to bring them back in 2026 because we have a lot of videos to make for you. My editor is still waiting for you to figure shit out. Yeah. Can't wait to meet my girl on my way to the ball dropping. Okay. I mean, to be fair, we haven't seen a fixing series or fixing video get posted in a bit. I'm considering finishing out HGSS because I never did like a Rival 1 or Team Rocket. I think that would pair really nicely with HGOK version coming out soon. So that could be fun. I don't have any videos in the works currently besides some older projects. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab our encounter. Can we do a Fixing My Love Life episode? That's crazy. I would love to. Can we do a Fixing My Back episode? I gotta do that for myself first. Ooh! Dude, we're getting such fun encounters. Okay. Went ahead and put Mr. or Mime Jr. rather on this route. I feel like it's a fun place for it. This is technically a Gen 4 Pokemon, but Mr. Mime is obviously a Kanto Pokemon, so I feel like it fits here, right in the middle in Johto. I feel like this music is super fitting for it right now, too. Uh-oh, I just gave it Quick Attack. Fun fact, I have scoliosis. Well, there you go. I am sorry to hear that. I'm gonna go for a cheeky little mud slap here. Ooh, the crit is crazy. 3 Pokeballs remain. Can we do it, chat? We do not have a way to put this thing to sleep. We could poison it. Technically. It did buff its defense. We could try... we could do another mud slap. Surely it doesn't crit. Okay. I wish I bought more Pokeballs. Oh my gosh. Wait, is this up to Kanto? So currently the hack has been updated up to Lance. I am planning on making a patch for it all the way up to Red. That is going to happen, but I think I'm going to release a version up to Lance first. Can we fit another Mud Slap in? Mr. Mime Jr. is not going to help against Bugsy. This is true. I'm going to go for one more Mud Slap, chat. Don't crit. Okay. Maybe it'll help. Please? Oh? Oh! Blast Ball Magic, chat. That's crazy. Make Karen champion instead of Lance. She's more iconic. Okay, Drewski, I do agree with you. 100%. I could do that. Although it has been done before, so I don't know if I want to do that or not. I do agree with you that Karen makes way more sense for the theme of Johto, where, you know, choose your favorites. Johto's Pokemon are not that strong, so it makes a lot of sense for Karen to be like the Johto person. And Lance is kind of the opposite, you know, it's more of a Kanto-centric mindset. I don't know. Okay, we have to do a wheel spin for our poor Mime Jr. here. Let's see what we get, chat. Good luck. Put Lance in place of Blue. That's a good idea. Kais! Congratulations. You are more than welcome to nickname our Mime Jr. or pass it to the next one, if you'd like. Elm for Secret Champion? I would love to give this game a Secret Elm fight. That would be great. Babidi. Okay. Is this like a Italian brain rot name? Babidi. It has to be, right? Oh, it's from Dragon Ball. Note that this does not take the place of your freebie. True, yeah, you still have your freebie if you want it. Bob Edie. Okay, okay. Babidi is a magic word, okay. Yeah, the wheel kind of hates you, Lauren, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, obviously we're gonna throw Onyx on the team for the gym fight, and we might as well evolve our Pokemon. We still have one more encounter in the Slowpoke well, so let's grab that first. Go ahead and talk to Kurt here. Fun fact, T-Tar and Magnemite share the same special attack at 95, wow. I did not know that. Okay, what's the best place to run? It was in Violet City, but this is not a bad replacement. Let's also grab our full heal from the logs. We definitely don't want to walk here because we could run into our rival fight like way too early. Oops, forgot about this fight. Owen never watches Dragon Ball Z. I actually have not seen it. Let's go to Chicky Tom here. Serena and Barbarical also share an HP stat of 72. Huh. Did not know that. Let's stay in and do a little Razor Leaf gaming. Not too shabby, not too shabby. The good thing here is we get our Chicky Tom evolution before the gym fight, whereas with Totodile, you actually miss out on the Crocodile evolution until after the gym fight, which is, I don't know, I feel like that's a big difference that I don't ever think about. How soon can we get a shiny stone in this hack? Thank you for the chat, Sean. I have put the new evolution stones a little bit later than the other ones. I put it after, well, I guess I'll say, I put them in Blackthorn. So you can get them before Claire. So you are still stuck with Togetic for a while, but you still have a little bit of game to use those new evolutions before post-game. I feel like it makes for a better balance in my opinion. Because that way it still makes Price and Archer more of a challenge, because there's less options for the player at that point. But also, let me know if you guys think it makes sense for it to be earlier. I'm very open to changes. But for now, we have a Togepi to nickname chat. Let's see who gets it. And I'll put Sean on the list here. On the wheel, if you will. Yo, Deleef! Congratulations, Deleef. What are you nicknaming our Togepi? Royal DDD, thank you for the chat. I will add you onto the wheel for the next one. You did get a wheel spin, Deleef. That's crazy timing, Deleef. That's awesome. I see what you mean, Coles. Yeah, I changed Misdreavus's moveset to fit the early game. Lauren is kind of jealous. Yeah, I could see Blackthorn being a little bit late. The problem, I think, for me is the Pokemarts that I have available to change. But I could throw it, because I think Tom mentioned I could throw some stuff in the flower shop in Goldenrod. So that might help, and there's also the shops near the Safari Zone. I kind of like the idea of putting the Shiny Stone, the Dusk Stone, and the Dawn Stone in the Safari Zone. That way, it gives you a reason to go over there. I might note that. That might be a little bit more fair. I'll figure it out for you in a bit. Okay. Makes the gameplay better. I see what you mean. That would be post-Chuck, pre-Jasmine. I did give a considerable buff to Jasmine and Price, so I could see it. That is true. You are technically still stuck with the Misdreavus for the entire game. What does this ROM hack add? So the idea is to basically be a better version of the base game. So the encounter tables have been updated. Pokemon themselves have been buffed, and also the teams themselves, like the trainer battles and gym fights, have all been buffed a little bit. It's not crazy like Drayano level buffs, but it's more of like a refined version. So the idea for these streams is we're play testing by doing a Nuzlocke of the game. And as we go, we can just talk about what you guys think might be better, or if you have any other ideas for changes. I'm just going to be noting them as we go. Egg Spike? Are we going Egg Spike or Egg Lock? Ooh, these are good. I like the idea of Egg Lock. That's a good reference. What do you think, Deleef? Ooh, Sean says Egg Spike. Breakfast is also good. That's true. Yeah, so Royal DDD, you'll see a lot of Pokemon like Ladian, or, you know, some of the other, like, F-tier Gen 2 Pokemon, like Sunflora, have pretty good buffs here, and I'm hoping to highlight that as we play through the game. Alright, I'm gonna lock in Egg Spike. I think Deleef agrees. Boom! We got it. Thank you for the nickname, Deleef. We got a call from Professor Elm. If we do go back there, we can get a Everstone, which I really don't care about. I could change that to be another item that makes more sense. You could technically put a Shiny Stone there, but that is way too early in my opinion to have a Togekiss. That's just me. Yeah, this Pokemon is definitely, like, old reliable. Like, if you guys have been a fan of the channel for a while, you'll know that this thing kind of saved until we lost the Faulkner Mons Only run. That run, I still have PTSD from that run. EXP Share or Lucky Egg? I like Lucky Egg there. Consider replacing Everstone from Elm to EXP Share or Lucky Egg. Lucky Egg does feel a little bit more like thematically on brand because it is Togepi, the egg Pokemon. Alright, and of course we get Yawn, which is just a fantastic move. This Pokemon is just so good. We got Serene Grace as well. I went ahead and opted for Super Luck instead of Hustle. There are 2 or 3 Pokemon that we can get in this cave. Okay, so this is really good. We got ourselves a Zubat, which means that we can backtrack to grab a Pokemon from Dark Cave. And I think that would be really good, especially for Bugsy in particular. So let's go ahead and try to catch this thing. I don't think a Quick Attack will kill it, but I am a little bit worried about a crit. Let's go to Lee. Do a little Nightshade action. Oh, we don't have Pokeballs. You guys cool if I just come back here real quick with Pokeballs? We're just playtesting, so, like, it's not a big deal. That's actually hilarious. Big throw, big throw. It would also help if you raise Togepi, which is fitting since you want it to be happy to evolve quickly. This is true. This is true. You'll also notice that in the Pokemon Center, you can get a couple new berries. I don't know if they would be helpful specifically for Bugsy. Maybe the Pecha Berry, if anything, to be honest. And I don't think I have any berries here. Yeah. Did we get our well encounter? Not yet. Pidgey is so chubby in the following sprite. It is a little... It's a little bulbous. I kind of have to agree with you there. I'm not sure why. Alright, I'm just going to re-encounter a Zubat, because that works better. And we did technically get a Zubat. Although Slowpoke would be kind of insane here. Okay. There we go, we got ourselves a Zubat. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a little nickname. Good luck, chat. May the best chatter win. Ooh, is this Sean? Dude, I swear the wheel favors new chatters. It's so good. I love it. Let me relive the old days. Dude, the wheel must have been given some new code or something, because, Lauren, you are getting shafted. Alright, Sean, what are you thinking the nickname will be for our dear old Zubat? Big Sean up. Yes, for Zubat. It's not weighted to Tom now, yeah. This is like the first stream that the wheel hasn't been weighted. Is this like a calling for what 2026 is going to be for wheel enjoyers out there? I think this might be a new era of the wheel. Please next year be fixed wheel. I think this might be the fixed wheel, Lauren. I don't think you're understanding what's happening here. Is Bruce Wayne too long? Let's try it. Let's try it. Broom Wayne. I don't think it's too long. I think we can fit that. Boom! It's perfect. Thank you for the nickname, Sean. We got Bruce Wayne on the team. A classic encounter to Heart Gold, Soul Silver. The moveset on Zubat has definitely been buffed a little bit. You'll notice that in the base game, that line doesn't get like any poison type moves. It's so bizarre. You know, so there is a perfect move for it to have, which is Poison Fang, and I think it really works out well for like the mid game specifically. Because like, you know, Crobat does get cross poison, but like that is so far from now, you know? I also made this trainer a spinner, so you can't consistently avoid it. Tzek is just gonna keep quick attacking through this thing. There's that buffed Leech Life coming in clutch for this Zubat. Okay, we got an Oddish. So this is a female Team Rocket trainer, so that's why it's got the Oddish here. They use Gloom a little bit later, so I thought it'd be fun to just throw an Oddish here in the early game. It doesn't necessarily fit as well, but I think it's fun just because a lot of the female trainers, or female Team Rocket trainers in particular, use Gloom. And you know, variety is the spice of life, so... Alright, Glory Hole, what you got for us? Have you heard of bag stalling? Well, it wasn't a spinner. I'm pretty sure it was just looking either... I think it was to the top, so you could avoid it whenever you want or something. But yes, bag stalling is a thing. Team Rocket is consistently on weed. I don't know about that. Do the male grunts use Bellsprout? That's kind of a fun idea, Dat. It's variety when everything is poison types, true. But you'll notice later on that Team Rocket uses a little bit more than just poison types. Exactly, yeah. To be honest, they're not actually poison types. Half of Gen 1 poison types are poison as a replacement for an evil type, like Dark became in Gen 3 onwards. And you'll notice that Team Rocket might be using a couple of dark types in this game. What is this? Is this Rock Slide? Oh, that's disgusting. But now it is a spinner, so you could... Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I could make it a mandatory fight. That's fair. It would actually be very easy to make it a mandatory fight. Just move the trainer to this corner. Right there. I will note that. Can you help me find the 7th gym in Pokemon Sword? You should be able to look that up pretty easily. I'm trying to remember which one is the 7th gym. Because Gordy is gym 6, right? Okay. We got a big fight coming up here. Let's go ahead and level up to level 15. We got Leech Life here, which is a great addition, especially for this fight in particular. I'm gonna go ahead and drop Scary Face. I do like the idea of dropping speed, but I don't know. Some recoverability would be nice too. We might as well throw Shell Bell on there too. That might help. Okay, Pecha Berry could come in handy here if I remember the moveset. Okay. Guess we could go Rock Tomb on Geodude. It is 60 over 95. I don't know if that's buffed or not. I might wait on it though. Until Bugsy at least. And let's just give someone the Razor Claw. That is also a move or an item that I threw in the early game just for the heck of it, and that also means that as soon as you get a Sneasel, you can evolve it immediately. You could change Zubat to be Flying Dark if you wanted, along with like half of the poison types in Kanto. This is true. Although I think Zubat is the only line that is Poison Flying to this day. I think it is, and I kind of like the idea of it being Poison because I think it's supposed to be like Poisonous Fangs, right? No, I did not say that the Dark type was bad. They're good, but they're being used by the bad people, I guess. Okay, alright, this is Proton, who really doesn't have an ace Pokemon in the base game. He just kind of has Zubat and Coughing, if I remember correctly. I feel like that's not iconic at all. So I went ahead and gave him a different ace Pokemon. Let's see what it is. What's up, Proton? Might as well throw some battle music on. Executive Proton. See, it's just like... It's such a big name. Executive Proton. I've seen some ROM hacks give him a Quillfish. I like that idea. That's not the direction that I went in, but I could see that definitely happening. I do like that idea a lot. I buffed Quillfish a little bit as well, but here we go. It is a Drowsy. Why is the Galactic theme playing? I just threw some Pokemon battle music on. So, Proton's new ace here is Drowsy. Seems too positive to me. The Pokemon or the music? Wait, this isn't Galactic. This is from Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. This is why you need me. Yep, Quillfish did get some buffs. I hope to show those off later. I should be able to switch into Spinnerack here. I'm going to throw out a Rock Throw just for good measure. Oh, never mind. It disabled me. We could go for a Magnitude. Exactly. I wish the admins of evil teams stood out more. I agree. Like, I mean, when you think of Mars, of Team Galactic, your mind immediately goes to her Perugly. You don't get that for any of the Team Rocket admins here. Now, I could see Drowsy being a little bit weak here, but honestly, I've done a little bit of playtesting. It's not a walk in the park necessarily. You got Disable, which has been buffed accuracy-wise. It's got Sleep. You know what? I'm going to throw Glory Hole in there. I'm actually curious to see what this thing can do against it. My boy might be used over Tentacool for once. I will say that there is at least one boss battle that uses a Quillfish. But we're going to go for the Hidden Power. This is Hidden Power Bug. I wouldn't be surprised if this one-shots. Let's see. Huge! That's a crit. Okay. So, Drowsy's bulky. What did you mean that you are going to throw Glory Hole and where? Okay, I'm curious to see what moves it's going to use here. I think it has Headbutt and Confusion. Yep. Let's see how much damage this can... Oh, that did nothing, dude. Glory Hole is bulky. We might be dead to crit here. Might as well switch. I'm gonna go to Lee. I'm curious to see if we can like live and attack here. Big Disable. Go for a classic Leech Life. Okay, how much does this do? I'm curious. Does this kill? Oh, we're fine. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think of Drowsy here. I don't know if he 100% fits like Proton's vibe, but I think it works pretty well as like an opener for Team Rocket, if that makes sense. It's got Disable for just to be tricky. It's got Hypnosis. It's got relatively strong power with Headbutt and Fusion. So I don't know. Archer's Houndoom. But Karen is already showcasing that, so they really do need some better Ace Mons. True. That's a fair point. That is a fair point. I went in the other direction in this game, but something I will note is that Archer has a full team, or like a larger team in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and I did use that for inspiration for his team. Plusle for Proton because he's positive. While I do like the idea, I don't think that Plusle fits the vibe of Team Rocket, and furthermore, it is a Hoenn Pokemon. It's pretty okay selection, pretty cool. Okay. Okay to leave. Fair point. Okay, it is time to prep for Bugsy. It should be a pretty cut and dry team that we build here. I'm gonna box our starter. And yeah, that's about it. I guess really there isn't... We could use Unknown. Maybe Ghastly's a better slot here. Smeargle solo? I'm trying to think of what we could use Sketch on. I like the Drowsy pick, although I don't know if it's quite as threatening as it should be. Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering what I could do to it to make it better. I could give it like an Oranberry or something. I'm trying to think. Because right now it doesn't have an item. I could give it a Wide Lens, so the Hypnosis always hits. Or like mostly fits. Because now you're fighting a Scyther Amon with 500 BST. Good point. That is a fair point. Yeah, I'll consider changing it up or giving it something else. Because, like, it's already a huge buff for Proton based on what he had before, but still, I could see that it could get a little bit more. Make Proton a cheater by having a Hypno? That's an interesting concept. I don't hate it. It would definitely need to have a worse moveset, I think, to balance that out. I hate Rage. Drowsy feels like a lead or a mid-team Mon, but Hypno could be an ace later. Okay. I see what you're saying. I will take a note of Proton. Would love to see more diverse Team Rocket teams. Don't worry, this game does have that, Kais, in spades. You will see later when we get to the Rocket hideout. I gave them, I think, twice as many Pokemon that they get in base game. Somewhere around there. Yeah, his ace is 15, which is even buffed from base game. Proton's Pokemon are like level 10 and 12 or something in base game, which is absolutely absurd to me. It's like, why are we even fighting him? Prankster, Hypnosis, Dark Void, Hypno. That sounds great. They could import Mons from other regions if you want to be cheeky. I mean, in base game, let me change up the music. In base game, they mostly used Kanto Pokemon. And I get the idea for why they did that, because they're from Kanto. But I think it makes more sense that they would adapt and grab a couple of Johtonians, if you will. So, expect a couple Johtonians on the squads. But I don't know if I would necessarily appreciate them having like Hoenn Pokemon, because then it's just like, why are you stealing Team Magma's Pokemon? You know what I mean? Base game, he's more of a grunt than an exec. Yeah, it's really disappointing. Okay, what do we got here? So, I believe in base game, these Pokemon are like level 12 or something, so gave it a little bit more oomph at level 14. Maybe it could go to 15. I could see that being the case since these Pokemon are a little bit more weak. Let's just Nightshade. Big Comet Punch. Comet Punch has been buffed in this game. The base damage is a little bit higher, and I think it has perfect accuracy, if I'm not mistaken. The movie sequel, dude, thank you for the chat. What hack is this? This is called Pokemon HGOK version, based on my channel. And the idea is very close to like the Legacy games, where it's not buffing the difficulty up to Drayano levels, but it feels more in line with like a very slightly raise in difficulty, and then you also have like buffed movesets on all the Pokemon. Regular trainer battles have been buffed. What else? Yeah, encounter tables are different. Just say Unova. That's fair. I would say, yeah, exactly. It's an enhancement hack quality of life thing. That's right. And some of the TMs and moves have been buffed a little bit, stuff like that. Speaking of legacy mods, the dude will do HGSS legacy soon too. Oh, okay. I hear that the Smith Place is working on Gen 6 actually, which is a great idea in my opinion. The one thing that really stops Ariados from being viable in mid-game is its 40 speed stat. If it got even a small boost to 50 or 60, then it would be so much more useful. I'm gonna note that. Currently what I've done is I've actually lowered its evolution level to 18. That way you get it before Whitney. I think it's like 22 in base game, but I could be wrong. Okay, we are at Bugsy. I'm gonna go ahead and level up to 17 on everyone. I think we might as well run Rock Tomb on someone. Probably Geodude if I were to guess, because it's got a higher attack stat. Let's run Wing Attack over Astonish there. Whirlwind is interesting. I don't think it really makes sense to run here. I don't know. Maybe we don't need Sand Attack. It could come into play at some point. And then, of course, we get Rock Tomb at 17. Oh, that's great, actually. Okay. So we'll throw that in there. And then we'll go ahead and use Rock Tomb on Geodude. It's 22? Yeah, that's what I thought. We could throw Roost onto Pidgey, or honestly, Egg Spike here. But I don't know, I always am too scared to use the Roost TM because I don't want to use it on a Pokemon that immediately dies. So I might wait. I might wait. Okay. Any more potential held items here? Not really. Okay. What do we got? None, none. Etchaberry. I don't know if that's ever going to come into play. We got Razor Claw on Geodude. I think we're good, chat. I guess we could go back and heal up, but I think we'll be okay. How far are you in making the hack? It is updated all the way to Lance right now, so the idea is to play test it on stream up to that point, and then as soon as we beat Lance, allegedly beat Lance, we are going to release it to the public. And then from there, at some point, I will, hopefully by that point, I will have completed it all the way up to Red. But for now, it is only up to Lance. And Lauren is saying that Sandvale should not be that common. That's fair. I went ahead and replaced Sturdy with Sandvale on both of these Pokemon. I could see the argument for changing it. But Sturdy just doesn't work in Gen 4, so I'd love to see other options for these guys. A Pokemon that gets a good TM and then immediately dies? That would never happen on an OK stream. That's kind of the flagship experience of an OK stream. You're only doing one round of playtesting on stream, probably. Maybe one more. We'll see. I've done like 3 rounds of playtesting before this run, just not on stream. So I've been playing around, making sure everything works. Something I didn't do for Fire Red OK version, actually. Sandstream Onyx. That would be crazy. What happened to Chicky Tom? I just boxed it because it's a grass type going into the bug type gym. It just doesn't make sense. What do we want to lead with here? Probably Geodude if I were to guess. Got other people to playtest? I got mostly members and friends to playtest. Funny thing, Rock does not resist bug. This is true. Web Spider from Mega Man 4. Okay, okay. That's right, I locked Chicky Tom in the basement with Tom. Okay. Good luck, chat. Here we go. What a crazy prediction, guys. Okay, leader Bugsy still got that crazy Scyther. Let's see what we can do here. Rock Tomb it up. Got the U-turn off. Lickitung might work this early on. Oh, to move it this early on? I could see it. I'll consider that. I don't remember where I put it. Oh, you hate to see it. I really wanted to showcase Ledian here. Oh, for Proton. Interesting. Yeah, Ledian has been buffed. It is still bug flying, but it does have Iron Fist, like its hidden ability. And it's also got buffed attack. Awesome, Tyler's back. Okay, yeah, Kaisa's seen the docs. No spoilers in chat, please. Let's go Rock Tomb. This has Absorb, but that's not going to do much, I think. I think it has Absorb. It probably only has Leech Life. Okay. What was the buff you gave it? Pretty much that. Yeah, still a Spinnerack. It doesn't really make sense to give him an Ariados at this point, in my opinion. U-turn, if it crits, kills us. I think we should just go for it. Leech Life has been buffed. It's 50 base power. Ooh, Drewski! Okay. So here's the thing. This gym has been buffed to handle Geodude, because Ledian has Mach Punch. The problem is we kind of Rock Tombed it into oblivion as soon as it came onto the field. We are not learning self-destruct, chat. Giving it Rock Resist Berries? Yeah, that was still super easy with the Geodude. I might consider trying to change it up a little bit. I don't know. I feel like Rock Resist Berry is kind of insane for this early on. No? Is there an early access for this ROM for members? Yeah, not yet. Give it Steel Wing? Steel Wing would be crazy. I feel like Mach Punch is still pretty good, because it does have buffed attack. I don't know, I guess technically like Geodude and Onix still have really good defense, so... Gen 4 AI is random as heck though. This is true, for the most part. It depends on which AI you give it. I will consider giving it a Rock Resist Berry. I feel like that's too much this early on, though. I don't know. I'll think about what else I could give it, because, like, Yanma, that's Bug Flying. Give Ledian a Charty Berry. I don't know. That feels like too much. I could be wrong, though. only thing it would use Steel Wing on is bulky rock types. This is true. And it would also, resist berries, in my opinion, shouldn't be before the 4th gym. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I don't know how I feel about it that early. Focus Band! I kind of like Focus Band! I don't know! Focus Band sounds pretty sick to me. Is that Skyward Sword music I hear? I think it is! Alright, let's change up the team a little bit. Let's throw Unknown back on the team, why not? Give him a run for his money. What a crazy squad we're running, chat. Look at this. We got a Pidgey, Spinarak, Bayleaf, Unknown, Onyx, and Mime Jr. Also, Owen, you gave Cynthia as the first gym a normal resist berry. The only reason I did that is for natural gift. Though I feel like that's a little bit different. I could be wrong, I don't know. Maybe I'm justifying nothing in my head. Gave Misty a Mega Gyarados, let's go. Focus Sash Ledian would be cool. I do like the Focus Band approach though, that could be more fun, where it's just... It's not guaranteed, but every now and then it might happen, you know? I'm gonna write that down actually. That would be so stupid. Or maybe I just need to buff its defense a little bit, I don't know. Problem is its special defense is kind of what it's known for, but like, who's using a special attack on a Ledian? I guess like Flamethrower? What am I doing right now? I gotta prep for the rival fight. Let's level up Bob Edie. Got Encore, which is a crazy good move this early. We gotta get Mimic at some point so we can evolve it. The Unknown D fills a hole in our team that nothing else can. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Enough said, right? Yo, do we run the crazy Meditate Double Slap tech? Also, what is this? Double Slap having 85 accuracy? I'm buffing the accuracy here. That is actually atrocious. I love when ROM hackers give Ledian more than Game Freak ever did. Oh yeah. No, I mean, like I said, it's still bug flying, but it's got, like, elemental punches, it's got, buffed attack, Iron Fist, you know? I think the thing is, Lauren, if you don't get Geodude or Onyx, which is very possible, by the way, it does make it a little bit more difficult. But there are quite a few fire types that you can get early game here. It just hasn't come up yet. We're gonna go to 18 here for the rival fight. Boom! Early game, Mr. Mime. It's wild how little they care for it when it's a reference to one of their own games. So true. It's so weird. Because, like, honestly, its design is, like, one of my favorites. I don't know. I really like Ledian. Something about it. You could make Ledian bug fighting. I do think it is weird that it would overlap with Heracross. That's my one gripe with it. I know you're saying that you don't really care. Maybe you could give it just the bug type. Because that still gives it... I guess the problem is you don't have the immunity to ground anymore, but... I don't know. I kind of like the solo bug vibe. More like Kricketot than anything. Huge Evos, by the way, here. Zek evolved! It'd be 4x weak to flying. Well, it's already bug flying, so what I'm saying is if we take away the flying typing, then it's not 4x weak. Bring back Chicky Tom too. I did. I should have not led with Pidgeotto here. I'm gonna go to Babidi. Oh, soundproof coming in clutch here. You love to see that proc. You love to see it. So we got Zubat, and you'll notice that the rival fight is a little different here. We got Zubat. Gonna go to sleep. Sounds good, Drewski. Thank you for joining. But we've got an Elekid here, which I think fits the rival super, super well. I think we can just stay in and hit Confusion. Why not? And if we could go Encore, let's just keep going. Did you change Electivire to Electric Fighting? I did. So right now, Magmortar is Fire Dark, but I kind of am considering changing that to Fire Poison. I feel like that would be really cool. They copied Silver in the Gen 4 anime and gave him an Electivire? Oh, okay. We are -2 defense, and this thing has Flame Wheel, I'm pretty sure. Let's chuck Onyx in there and see what he can do. Use that buffed attack stat. Ooh, Smokescreen's not gonna be good for us. Let's see if we can hit it. Fire Steel or Fire Rock would fit Magmortar. Because it's Magma Mortar. Interesting. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Good job, Leviathan. I don't know if I love Fire Steel. I could get behind Fire Rock. Why not Fire Psychic, since Magmortar can learn Psychic via TM? But like, what else reminds you of Psychic for him? I feel like a TM doesn't necessarily mean that it makes sense for it to be that type. Come on, Leviathan. Hit through the smoke screens! Why is he just spamming smoke screen, bro? Thank you for the mud slap, jeez. Let's go to Sazek. Well, there is only one first steel type, or oh, fire steel type. This is true. Little type diversity. Oh, you're talking about Paul. Yeah. Silver does give Paul vibes to me. Or I guess the other way around. So there's the rival fight. Not too different, just a little bit of some sauce there. And you might notice that Quilava has Mud Slap. I wonder why. I'm so happy to see Ariados here. Got Poison Point, buffed attack, and something else. Maybe not speed, but I will consider buffing the speed. That seems pretty good. What if Ledian is Bug Electric and referenced Postman a bunch? Thunder Punch now becomes a huge part of its kit? I could see it. Bug Electric, interesting. The problem with adding a type to it that's not flying is, like, it is flying, but also there are a lot of Pokemon that can fly that are not flying type, I feel like. What is our encounter? We have not encountered anyone yet. Okay! Alright, this is great, actually. For one, we can use Paris to get Spore onto Smeargle. Did you give the starters secondary types? I did. All three of them now have a secondary type. Just to be safe, let's go with a cheeky little Mud Slap. So you're saying Heracross can learn Fly? That's right. Maybe we go Lee here, yeah? Let's go Lee. I don't know if Leech Life kills. Nightshade definitely doesn't. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. This better catch. We go Premier Ball, obviously. Come on. Catch, please. Yes! Let's go! I could see the Bug Electric now that I'm seeing that Pulseman image. Huge! So, you'll notice that this is Bug Grass. Might not be the same for the evolution. I guess we'll have to wait until we get there. But we do have a little nickname to get for this guy. So, let's go ahead and spin this wheel. Good luck. Bug Ground, I like that. Zeno James. Are you still in chat? Maybe not, maybe not. The buff I gave Ariados and my hack were 10 in attack, defense, and special defense, and Regenerator as a hidden ability. I do like that, although Regenerator is not a thing here in Gen 4. Okay. Let's respin. I'm feeling a Jennifer win here. That's just me, though. Pinsir would be a better Bug Ground, I agree. Alright, respin. Maybe this is Lauren's time to shine. Let's wait and find out. Ooh! Do we have a blank in chat? I think blank left a while ago, but I could be wrong. This is where all of the people who did leave. Oh my gosh, Elgasp is in chat. How are you doing, dude? Welcome on in. I'm adding you to the wheel immediately. We are spinning for a Paris. I'm doing well. I hope you are doing well as well. Letting in my hack becomes worst low kicks with 110 attack and tinted lens. That's pretty good. Legasp. Blank goes blank, that's right. Alright, let's spin it again, chat. Doing well. Been a while since I popped in here. Hope you've been well. I've been great. Guys, I called it. I called it! That's Jennifer all day of the week! Let's go. Jennifer, congratulations. What are we naming our Paris here? This is what I think the new types you gave the starters. Fire, Ground, Water, Dark, and Grass, Psychic. Interesting ideas. Interesting ideas. Yeah, 110 attack is kind of crazy at level 18. I agree. Owen rigs the wheel confirmed. True. Is this the last encounter of the stream? Probably not. Oh my gosh, it's 10 PM? How did that happen? Okay, maybe it is. Wow. This stream literally flew by. Also, I gotta actually put the badge on stream. There we go. Lauren is actually gonna crash out, for sure. Bug Boy? Thank you for the throw-in. We're going Bug Boy. The female Paris. I love it. Bugfar. Bugfar is back. I miss Bugfar. All my homies miss Bugfar. Alright, let's get this other Farfetch'd real quick. Might as well rappel up real quick as well. In honor of our bug collector, that's right. Bugfar supremacy. I'd vote for him. Boom. Your personal punching bag? That's wild. Okay. With that, I think we're going to call it here. I'm going to grab that charcoal. And next stream, we'll take on Whitney. We'll take on Morty. And honestly, guys, I think Morty has a very considerable upgrade. I could be wrong, but we'll have to wait and see. Mortney. Oh, by the way, we didn't even go back to get our Dark Cave encounter. We have to remember to do that at the start of next stream, okay? We'll go back and do that. Hopefully it'll be the new Pokemon there. If not, we'll get a classic. But until then, hope you guys have a good week. Hope you guys have a great New Year's. Thank you all so much for joining. It's been a blast. I'm hoping that someone else is streaming that I can send you to. Let's check it out. Maybe I can do a little rating here. Kush is live. I'm going to send you guys over to Kush. So, say hi to Kush for me, and hope you guys have a wonderful week. Happy New Year. I've got a ton of projects in the works for this next year, and of course, like I said earlier, I'm going to get an editor. So we're going to have more videos in the pipeline. I'm very excited for 2026 with you guys. Let's embrace each other after a whole year of work that you've done, so we thank you for everything. Thank you, Darth. Thank you. I very much appreciate that. Can you do the beta Nuzlocke? Oh, make that into a video? We'll see, we'll see. I'll check my schedule. Alright. This is 2025 signing out, that's right. Great job, Jennifer. It's been 2 years. Shh, don't tell them that, Lauren. Don't tell them that. 30th anniversary for Pokemon is next year? Dude, the Gen 10 announcement is coming soon. That's in February for sure. Wind and Waves, right? We'll see. I'm pumped. See you in a year. All right, everyone. Peace out.
Bye.